ads right now because they pay for no ads.
Did they though?
Gang gang. Shout out to gang and them. Big dogs, baby.
Not a gang in them.
Juicy muted your mic on purpose.
No, my mic is not muted. You can't hear me.
Oh, you was just talk, was you just like talking, like you was moving your lips and nothing was coming out? You was just
I
talking to
don't.
yourself?
No, I don't do ventriloquism, Nikki.
You was just talking, but you was like going like this, but nothing was coming out.
Nah, I think it might have been a lag on your side.
No, no, no. It's okay. It's recorded.
Okay, well,
This is a recorded line.
I'm about to say let's get it clipped. Somebody clip it up because she trying to say I'm over here doing the ching a chang chong, and no, please don't flag me for that.
Oh, I just realized what you said. Boo this man. I wish I
Don't
had a
boo
boo
me.
button.
I'm just taking it back old school. Don't be mad at me for what used to happen in this world. Now,
Shit changes.
shit did change. Don't mean we gotta like it.
Can't say I agree with that one, especially in the context. But I mean, I agree that we ain't gotta like it, but it's the context. But we'll move on. Little element, look at your brother. I'm crying. You and my birthday party last year?
How
Now
can I
don't say
forget?
his real name though. Don't say his real name though.
Oh,
What?
your gnats
I
is
said don't say
showing.
his real.
Nikki, you heard me.
Yeah, I know. What you want
They
me to do? Catch up?
he in the stream this time. He kind of get a feature. You better name
What?
this motherfucker. She got
Damn,
she got this is her 19th generation of gnats at her house.
one fucking nap, and I'm like, they don't last that long, and then I kill them, and then it's always another one, just one.
She don't had it
And
for like a week and a half. That's why I said the 19th generation because you know they don't live that
Hey,
long.
wait, is it your garbage disposal?
no, I poured bleach that in everything. I
I
took
was about
out.
to say pour some bleach on them bitches.
Yeah. Okay, so when I had bleached right here, and then the motherfucker turned up dead, and I said, yeah, remember I sent you that picture, Juice,
Turn
and I said
up
all my
dead.
ops are dead. Next day, his descendant was here.
Oh, dang.
That's what I was saying. They probably had one waiting to go. They was like, "Oh damn, kill Timmy number 5. Send in Timmy 6."
I got one in the chamber for my ass every single time. The next one growing up right now. So when this one died, he could come over here.
Yeah, we had a bad hornet problem.
Yeah, that is better than
Sat out
having
on
a
the
hornet
patio,
problem.
and it was only then that I noticed they were there. When I got all the way out there and then sat down, and it was a huge nest. I did the dash. I
He
ran
said,
back.
"Out of here."
I'll leave it to the pros.
All right,
Let's
Oh,
do
Miss.
a
we'll
whole.
come out there when we can.
I might need some prayers.
When we can never happen.
I need an exterminator. That's it, but the exterminator don't do shit about no damn gnats.
I mean, well, because I think it's like a domestic fix or something they call it. You can do it yourself.
That's
And
crazy.
I did,
That's a
I did.
domestic fix.
No, if I live in an apartment and I pay for pest control, y'all ass is gonna be out here for
And if it's used
everything.
for lighting, listen,
What?
I don't have a ceiling light. I don't. This apartment didn't come with no light at the top.
What?
I got. I only and I broke my circle light because when I took it somewhere, I sat on my suitcase and I broke it.
This all sounds like a
But anyway,
tragic
Way to
story.
go.
Apex
Yes.
said, "What y'all using for lighting? Give the sauce."
You said what? Give the sauce.
Apex said, "What y'all using for lighting? Give the sauce."
Oh, me and him.
I don't know who in
Listen,
particular. He
we
said
we
you.
got we got light rings. I got a softbox. Look, I do photography professional, so you ain't never gonna catch me slipping on lighting. That's for sure.
You what?
Yeah, it's got a regular light ring,
Yeah.
Who?
ring
It,
light.
it really depends on where you
Oh,
at with it. I got light ring and then softbox, but
I mean, I think this is but I ain't got it like it's on a tripod, so I can't put it like right in front of me. I use this for drawing because I was gonna do drawing streams, so I was going. That's it's like to look at your hands and shit.
but what I did with mine was
Oh,
just like I just moved the
like,
desk up so I could just put it back there. So
the one I have is like tabletop. I mean desktop, like so.
yeah, I also don't like that like full body view because sometimes I just don't want to have on pants, y'all. So that's why I got this moving
And then I
situation
got
going.
right here. I got a little circle up here.
I'm trying to see if I could zoom in because I don't want everything in the background showing.
Yeah,
I
see,
know
that's
I
why I
be
like the
doing.
little zoom in. You can get the little.
Everybody see all my
You got
pictures.
an Nvidia? You got an Nvidia chip?
No.
Okay, I was about to say if you got an Nvidia chip, I'll tell you the program right now. Turn all your cameras into this joint instantly.
Oh, I think I do. Oh no, no, I got something else. I had a video on my last PC. I gave it to my little brother.
Okay.
Okay, so
I was about to say, yeah,
when
Nikki,
you
it's your episode. So, welcome everyone. This is another episode of ADD. We officially found a name, so everybody clap it up for that. Hold on, I got my. That's the wrong button. Where's my shit?
I was looking at him, I was like, wait, don't clap.
Okay, y'all. I don't know my buttons for this clap. There it is. um,
Yeah.
so that's
Well,
after dark discussions, and that will be labeled ADD for anybody wanting to come in. I'm your host, Juice, and this is my co-host and lovely creator of today's episode. Come on.
it's your girl, Nikki Kurosaki, aka Nikki Barks, aka Nikki with the blick.
And you want to tell them today's episode because she was very excited to create this one. I'm glad she had got that passion up under her, y'all.
And I'm trying to figure out how. Okay.
I'm just saying I'm glad you got that
So
passion, nigga.
today we're gonna be talking about parasocial relationships and how they affect us. My bad, y'all. I had got distracted.
It's okay. Good, the bad, the ugly of parasocial relationships.
There we go.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let me look at my little questions her. So, okay. So, one of the first questions I want to ask was, how do you differentiate between a a healthy parasocial relationship and an unhealthy?
Dug right into it.
I feel like that's kind of easy
Well,
It's
no,
easy.
because it's like,
it takes sense. But go ahead. I'd love to hear the answer.
yeah, I feel like, can you say that parasocial relationships are healthy? Could you even say that?
It
Could you
depends
say
on.
that you could have one like
It really depends on how you what you take from that parasocial relationship. Because if it's supposedly in the betterment of you, then it could be. But if
right?
we've seen a lot of good messages turn bad. Let's just say that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I feel like I've been in a lot of positive parasocial relationships where we had like sister circles and we would like help each other. Um,
Like a village.
yeah, it's like a village. It was like a little village that we had, and it was like the emotional support when we really had no one else that we could talk to, and it was helpful.
Okay.
It was pretty helpful for the time that I was in there.
Yeah, but when does
We had
it get bad?
um dependency when you start being heavily dependent.
On
That's when it starts
Mm-hmm.
becoming bad. When you start like if you there was times where I left the group chat because I was taking stuff to heart. If I message the group chat and nobody will respond, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going through it. I need somebody to talk to right now, and nobody respond.
Yeah.
Like I will make a whole big deal about it. So I feel like I had an unhealthy crutch, emotional crutch. Mhm.
but I say, guess y'all got any partakes because Nikki gonna
Okay.
dig in.
So, parasocial relationships, I don't think there is any benefit at all on putting anything relationship related on your Facebook or your Instagram or whatever social media it is. I mean, I know people capitalize off of it sometimes, and I mean, some people, I mean, they flourished when doing it, but more than often it kind of ends in a fiery blaze, and then it kind of happens in front of everybody, and that kind of just makes things worse. Or if one partner kind of uses the social media to, you know, launch their hidden agendas from you, or things like that. But I don't think it's a good idea. Honestly, I don't. I mean, but it's probably because I'm one of those, like, why do you need this kind of people? So whenever I see something that's not really necessary, like like a joint account or something, you know how people do like
A relationship
Mr.
account.
and Mrs. kind of,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm just like,
My daddy got one of those.
but it's stuff like that where I'm just like, dang, like, why do you need this? Like and some people do it, to be like, this is my person kind of thing like that. But I'm just like, if you have to profess publicly that that's your person, like, is it really a person? Like,
It's I feel like yeah, you're what you're saying. It's like it's a different insecurity that they're almost masking.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, but
it's like
it's
controlling.
masked, but it's palpable, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
But also when we like the parasocial, well, I guess that falls into it. Um, Juice, did you want to answer the question
Well,
before we?
I was gonna dive into what parasocial relationships are, just for anybody who didn't know, because we're talking about it, and I don't know if everybody knows what it is. So, a parasocial relationship is where pretty much
Right.
you share your relationships or interpersonal relationships with a larger base. So that's with your Instagrams, Twitter, anything where there's people that are strangers, kind of weighing in on what you have going on. And that can even be even larger platforms like television and other things like that. But it's pretty much to put your personal relationships out on blast, as we would say.
Right.
Um, but the thing about it is, it's not just like putting a picture up. It's honestly even talking about it in a chat group and stuff like that. So people don't think about it, but like putting your whole relationship information in a chat group with a bunch of people who have probably never met you in real life. You know what I'm saying? They're taking it from a perspective of only knowing you from the chat group. That also equates to a parasocial relationship. Just so
Right.
everybody's clear. My thing is, it really depends on how these parasocial relationships are formed. Myself, I do therapy, so we do have chat groups for people in certain groups, so that way they can connect and kind of get to know one another and relate to people in similar situations. But that also can be an echo chamber, so that's where that can kind of lead down a bad road because they have bad natured habits and stuff like that. It can spiral into other people. So it can be healthy, yes, if there's a process. Just like anything else, if you come in there with the right values and the right
Yeah.
state of mind, and everybody is in line with that, then you'll do well. But if you have toxic people, it just takes one bad egg to kind of you know pass it along.
Right.
So at that point, you kind of have to, like Nikki was saying, kind of step, take yourself out of it, and then either reestablish it somewhere else or do something like that. And just like anything else, everybody's not going to be like the person for you or in line with you. So you don't have to think that just because that thing failed, that's not something that you got something from.
Yeah. I mean, but I would also say that they do benefit you. I'll second that,
Hmm.
because there could be couples out there who've their relationship has been taken through the ringer, but they put in the work to make things work, and they want to share that expertise on making things last and stand the test of time with other people who are trying to fight for their relationship. So I mean, I guess there is a silver lining to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that it's not a good idea, but sometimes it can be.
So this is just something I noticed too, because it's usually harder to get people, like people who are succeeding. It's usually harder to get them to sit down and try to tell you what it is that got them to the success. And what I mean
Right.
by that is like people who are in like marriages and things like that, because to them it's an everyday battle. Um, but the thing about it is like people who are again we could say succeeding are a lot more quiet than the people who are out here fucking it up. And the people who are doing the worst will be the loudest.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So they out here talking and saying the craziest things. Now, I'm gonna pose a question to everybody real quick. How do you feel parasocial relationships affect communication skills, and how have we as a people become accustomed to one-sided exchanges from fictional characters, quote unquote?
You quote or what?
So what I mean by that is like people who take like their stuff from like, let's say like a Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. If they're like a Barb or things like that, or with the Beehive, do you feel like the people now put the person that they like idolize like word above all?
Yes, most definitely. A
Absolutely.
lot of people do.
Yeah.
And then I'm asking, how do you feel like that affects communication with people now?
I mean, well, because they're thinking, hey, well, if it worked for Beyonce, it could work for me.
Mm-hmm.
But or if it worked for Nicki, it worked for me. If it worked for Cardi, it worked for me. But you gotta understand, like these people,
Oh, you talking about
they're
Nicki
not.
Minaj?
Yeah, it's just them selling what they want you to believe is true. But I mean, it'll negatively affect it. So, I mean, I feel like sometimes I'm not gonna discredit them 100% and say they don't give any good advice or they don't do. I mean, because everybody has their moments where they do, drop some gems or shed some truth for people. But for the most part, it's not beneficial to take from what they do in their day to day lives that you think they do,
Mm-hmm.
and put it into practice in your own house. Because
It's,
it'll be like, where did he or she learn this from? Like, who's telling them this?
But see,
And now you have
okay.
to, now it leads you to the question: are they going to go ask other people about my relationship?
Mhm.
Am I failing as a partner? And they don't want to say those things, or they don't want to admit that they feel like that, so they'll just mask it, and then that's where the foundation of the communication crumbles,
Mm.
because they're like, okay, I'm not going to say anything, but maybe he's right, or maybe she's right, maybe I should do this, or maybe I should, I don't know, provide for her entire family or something. And she just wants me to do it, but she's hinting and I'm not,
where
No,
things
did
I
like
they
get
that.
that.
provide for the entire family at? What the fuck?
Hey, the people do that,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
Like,
you got to think about the yeah. It's different perspectives. Some people have it a little bit better. They might do all of that, and then some people who just feel like they need to do that. Because like I was, it was a case, and Nikki, I think this is something we could talk about later. But I'm thinking about doing some trials. Like, but there was a trial that just came, and a lady was in court fighting for custody, before she got married to a gentleman. He was making like substantial. He made like 200,000 a year plus bonuses or something like that. Got married to a younger girl, probably 10 years different. Um, but once he got married to, so 6 months before he got married to her, he put down on a house. He finalized the house and put her name on it the month they got married. So 3 months later, she went to therapy and figured out that she didn't love him, and then said, "Fuck it, I'm leaving." Right, but then wanted to stay in the house. Had moved her mother in, and then started fucking another dude, but then didn't want to tell him about it. But the mom snitched on her, and then he got all the text messages because they subpoenaed the text messages. But she was like, "Well, I didn't know that we had to talk about it because me and him, we don't talk about it. We just did it 2 times at a hotel, so it's not like we're not a thing." And then like, so the judge is like, "Yeah, no, you're being infidelitous," and it's like they're still determining like the value of the house, but because he just put in on it, they're not gonna get any equity off the house. So she's just like, she doesn't make any money. She has 4 kids that aren't his, and he took her in, and she's just like, well, now she needs to figure out what to do. So she wants to sell the house to get his money.
Um, okay,
Whoa.
that is crazy.
Yeah,
But
it's a lot.
I feel
Mouthful.
like we getting away from where we need to be.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a little.
Um, so at this point I don't remember the question you asked, but I know that I was going to have like a story for it. It was something about stands. We
Oh
said something
yeah,
about
yeah.
Well, I was asking how it affected communication skills. I was going to tie that whole court case into it, but go ahead. What you were saying
oh,
now?
okay. So
No, no, no,
I'm
no, no.
glad.
Go ahead, because I mean, the young lady, says that as she sees out in public now that women don't have to do certain things, so that man should support her, and because he, wanted to give all of this stuff to her, he should readily give up all of his well-earned money so that way she could take the house and, he would still pay on the house but get the fuck on with his life. And she would be allowed to fuck whoever she wants in his house while he gone. And she said that in quote because she don't seen Kim do it, she's seen several celebrities doing it. And I'm just like, well, you went to court and you thought that was a viable defense. It's crazy.
I contend with this.
Right.
Like, but I mean,
She said that before the judge.
The defendant, the woman on
Oh,
stand.
she said that. She said that. That's crazy.
Yeah, with like no remorse though.
No, they do shit like that, and it's the people who, hi Al, welcome in. And then it's like people actually fighting in real life over Nicki Minaj and Cardi B beef when it ain't got
Yeah.
shit to do
Hmm.
with it. Like my bark, it turn you on or my bad, y'all.
She gotta
If you see my
she gotta please her guests.
yeah, get even to all my barkers. He said he bite. I do too.
Nikki, go ahead, answer
But
the question now. What's good, brother? Josh, I thought you was at the con, man.
it's but also the con's probably over right now.
Oh, you right.
But
It is late.
people fighting Nicki Minaj and Cardi B beef when it got nothing to do with them. That if Nicki Minaj tell them if Nicki Minaj don't like Lotto, they don't like Lotto. You gotta tell them a reason why. She could just not fuck with. Oh, I don't fuck with this bitch. They don't fuck with her either. And it's weird. It's like they have this one mind, this one brain cell. They all share. Nobody could think for themselves,
yeah, they all
and
say.
nobody can give unbiased opinions.
You right. Okay,
Um,
Josh.
Especially with the whole Drake and Kendrick thing.
Okay, tell
Oh,
us about it. What's the
Yeah,
whole?
so it's crazy because it's like
man.
obviously there has been a lot of dirt done on both sides, and it's just like people music wise, people be like, oh, that song was ass, and it's like, I mean, yeah, he losing the battle, but I kind of like some of the songs. So it's like people they take on what's going on, and instead of like actually thinking for themselves or like using their ears or actually listening for real. Like it like besides just those two, like if there's any beef at all going on between two artists, instead of actually listening to the music, they just pick whoever the artist that they
The
actually
artists
like.
that they favor mostly.
Yeah,
Right?
What
and that's the side that they stand on.
I was about to say,
yeah,
you can even tie that whole thing into the presidency all the way
Yeah,
I'm gonna stick the
yeah,
side. Everything gonna say.
because ain't nobody listen.
yeah,
As much as I don't like it, ain't nobody about to vote for Joe old ass because and not even just in a popularity test is he losing. Too many people have Trump name in their mouth for him to lose.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like you will
either one of
have,
them.
huh?
I sound fuck with either one of them, but Biden
You
is
can't.
he been lying, and his old ass he don't even know where the fuck he is half the time.
He
He
don't.
don't. He's so old,
They
man.
they got a compilate. They got so many compilation videos of him stuttering craziness,
I
and it's
literally saw one this morning.
yeah, like it's
Shaking hands with nobody,
I feel like
just
they
giving
just
his
like they
hand out,
just
and
pushed
nobody
him
standing
out
in
there,
front
and
of
then they
him.
just be like,
It's
"Say this,"
like,
They push him out here, and he be going the wrong way. And he get somebody to turn him around and be like,
right?
yeah, what are you
I'm
doing?
saying somebody. So Ab in my chat, he said I was explaining the Tory Lanez case to one of my followers on a timeline once, and the bar started attacking me for breaking down the facts. Nikki was never even mentioned. See, that's how they be acting.
oh, and
Hey,
and
Keywords. It's like,
listen,
let's. If anybody mention Megan, they be typing in Tory Lane. Somebody mention Megan, I'm be right there to hate on her ass.
yeah, and
Call
they
her
and
bitch.
but that's also another thing too. Like everybody act like they got shot with Megan in the foot.
right?
Oh yeah, Dubs. I mean, you want to come in, Dubs? What's up? We have an open slot. Dubs trying to come in, Nikki.
Oh, she said I'm missing it. I thought she said she mining. I was about to say, girl, you don't mind?
Buying it.
um, what was I saying though? I'm sorry.
So we talk about the Kendrick Lamar, and then you said you was
Oh,
gonna tie.
Oh
you were
yeah, so
saying
no,
everybody got
everybody
shot with,
feels like they got shot with Megan, and
right?
that's another thing. It's that's why I'm like, even when you bring it to the whole, and I'm not again, I don't support Diddy, but if we bring it back to like an R. Kelly situation, you don't
Exactly.
separate the
Exactly.
movie, you don't hold up, but you don't separate the music from the artist. You know what I'm saying? Because like R. Kelly's music did not make him do the things he did. He was already doing the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I be trying
Yeah,
to not
that's
listen
how I
to
feel
that
about.
music,
I
man.
just, I
But
just
it be
don't fuck with
hitting. Listen, I can't not listen to the music because my late father, like one of his like number one music tracks that he would listen to was like the Steppers joint. So I hear that and I had to, I'm gonna let it ride no matter what.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
ain't, I'm never gonna play R. Kelly. I'm never gonna be like, let's turn on that R. Kelly, and it's not in my phone. I'm not gonna play it, and that's just my stance because I feel like I can't listen to this shit when feel like, well, he made these songs about kids, so I
Yeah.
ain't fucking listen to
Yeah.
this shit.
I
And it's a
agree
shit that
too.
he in there pay, it's he getting paid off that shit.
Well,
I don't support that.
in the
But that's
pen,
how
his
that's,
label's getting paid. He's not getting paid technically.
that's even crazier. Now they supporting off the music that he made about kids.
By the
But hey,
kid, the kid.
Where
but
did
hey,
you
me, that's just how I feel because I don't even listen to Doja Cat because I don't fuck with her no more, and I feel like I don't support her ass.
get? You must be
Oh,
serious, 'cause that was your
right?
girl.
You can't disagree. I mean, you can't agree with that. He's like, oh no, I'm listening to Doja Cat. I just don't fuck with Doja Cat as a person.
Yeah.
So, and she got some songs. It's one song I've been avoiding. I ain't never heard the whole thing because I heard a piece of it and it sounded like it was gonna be good, and I don't want to know it. So I ain't never listen to it. That she a devil with shit. I'm like,
Yeah,
nope.
nah.
No.
That's why I was never with the Lil Nas X either. I never understood why people was even engaging in his stuff. Like, I
I
don't
just
know.
turned it off. Like, and any time I would see it on social media, I would,
He
beep, why
start
am I
acting,
seeing this?
Right.
he did
Like,
start acting weird. The whole
uninterested.
acting pregnant for what? I
I'm
don't.
not gonna lie though, man. The first song had me in a
Right.
chokehold, but
This
like,
first song.
I mean, I think it had everybody that way. But after that, I was just like, what's happening?
Yeah, you can't
That's
stay
so
too
Yeah, it's
long.
fast,
A lot of
like,
bro.
stuff for attention though. Cause he was already a troll before he got famous. So a lot of stuff he be doing, he be trolling, and
yeah.
he didn't took the trolling too damn far. That's really what it is.
Who you
Yeah,
talking
because
about, Lil
I
Nas?
hate when people do that
Yeah.
because it's like there's certain people they do stuff for the sole purpose to get a reaction. It's like shock value, and I don't get it. Like it could be like something like, oh my gosh, but it's never just like, oh my gosh. It's like, oh my god, like what are you doing? It's never anything light, and so that's why I can't
Oh no,
listen to
you gotta
stuff
lay it
that's
on thick so they
aggravating.
can see it.
That's that
Yeah.
parasocial shit again. It's because they doing that shit for the likes, the views, the attention.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then
Get the views.
so something new I wanted to add. So at the end of that last little part that we was talking about, this is a fact that Tien and Hoffman said in 2020 that engagement in parasocial relationships will diminish face to face communication skills such as active listening and nonverbal communication. So if the more you actively involve yourself in that, you're not gonna want to do one-on-one communication, and it feels less personal to you because you're so actively involved. That's why certain people can't even let their phone go for even like an hour. If their phone isn't even an eyesight, they're going to fuck off. Oh, I see two laughers over there because they wanted them. They we got two hitters already.
I
I'm
feel like
crazy.
I care. Nah, I'm lying. Never mind. I was gonna lie. It's okay.
I mean, when I'm at work, I don't be on my phone for a good hour or two. I
An
go to the
hour or
bathroom and be
two.
on my phone sometimes.
Now I
But
go to the bathroom.
Not an hour out of 24.
She said, "Listen, I need my fix. It's over for all of that."
It's like I
I
don't
use
even have to be on it
it.
long. I literally have to pull it out and do like that and put it back.
Yeah, I do that too.
I
Like I
can't
be
not
like,
That's
see what's going
crazy.
on.
Yeah, that's wild to
I be
me.
like, it's just that I feel like, well, I guess I could wear a watch, but I'm not a good judgment of time. Like I feel like I have to constantly keep looking at at the time.
Yeah, me too.
It's weird. And then when
Me,
I
I'll
don't
be
look at it for
like,
a long time, I feel like so much time has passed. I look at it again, and I'm like,
and
it's only been
damn.
5 minutes. What the fuck?
Yeah, because that's your brain too
I
active. You
be
just need to let yourself be at peace for a second.
Yeah.
because everything be fast. Like
Hmm.
everything be fast, and you be like, okay, well,
Here.
it wasn't too long ago that I looked at it, but in reality, it was only a couple of seconds. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
I took like a 30-day kind of leave off of social media. I mean, like and it did wonders, man. Like, I got shit done. I cleaned up. I ran errands. I did laundry. Like, but going without it for like a whole day, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I mean, and I hate to admit it, but like, you kind of need it. Like, I
Not
mean, if it,
What do you need it for?
listen. See, I travel outside the
if
country
you,
enough. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead. No, no, I want
Oh,
you to answer it. Go ahead.
I want to know what he needed for. That's why I asked. I'm sorry.
I mean, I need it for work. The job that I have, I mean, supervising people, so I I have to be on call. But also with other stuff that I do, like I'll drive to different places, so I kind of really do need it. But other than that, I don't.
You just need to travel to
But
a place where there is no signal, and then you'll get used
oh
to it
yeah,
after that, real quick. You'll be
it'll
like,
it'll show you how much you don't need it.
yeah, because it's like for example, I go to the I went to the DR. My birthday was in January, um, and like certain places the signal is completely gone. So I went and got like this tattoo right here out in the DR in the hood, y'all, in the hood. So it was very wild as shit. So the dude didn't know where the fuck he was going. I had met some guy like a tour guide or whatever, and he had like a nice like dope little neck tattoo. And he's like, yeah, my brother did it. And I was like, okay, cool. Tell him I want to get a tattoo, right? And he's like, yeah, just come to this address. So I had to get with the receptionist or whatever at the hotel. They got me a taxi, but the taxi driver didn't speak any English, but I knew enough Spanish to like understand. But the entire ride, he just started cussing because once we got to the spot that it took us, it was like a dirt little shanty town and shit. And they pulled up on like a motor scooter, and then he took us to some other little spot that was like 40 minutes away. So I know he was mad as shit. He was like, yo, we about to get fucking robbed. I'm like, bro, I got the money. So if anybody's getting robbed, all they gotten is the money for this taxi cab ride and the tattoo. It's not that much money going. All together was $80. My US, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't gonna be the worst rob I ever, you know what I'm saying? America is worse. So long story short, we got there, I got it done, nothing happened. It was a good time, you know what I'm saying? But um I did forget where I was trying to land this point though. You
It's
huh?
it's fine. I have a question.
I was about to say you do
Uh,
have to be able to
Right,
take
go
those
ahead.
kind of risks though. But go ahead. What's the question?
Yeah.
I wanted to know if you guys, uh, the chat as well, if you consider the friends that you made online your real friends.
Mm.
Sometimes
Can your
Sometimes,
online friends become your real friends? That's a real. That's
that's why I
yeah,
said that.
that's how
Yeah.
me and Zaria met on through Twitter.
Yeah.
I've never met Nikki or Day in my life, but in
Yeah,
real
Oh
life,
wow.
we just met in
we
person. This
just
was in
work
person.
well together. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's kind of hard. I wouldn't say that they're not my real friends, but it's the fact that you can't. I feel like the way I operate, I feel like I can't completely form that bond of closeness.
I feel
Yeah.
you. I feel like it's so me and Zaria we have met in person, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do feel like it's like I do feel like my online friends are my friends, but I don't feel like it's the same as my friends that like I
Right.
see more
Yeah.
regularly.
It's just like when you have one friend and then you tell them, oh well, my friend is doing A, B, and C. They're like your friend, like I'm your friend, type of thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's almost
Yeah,
like when you have that best friend, and then you might catch a new best friend, and they're like, "What the fuck?
Right.
New best friend? Like, what the?
yeah.
You cheating?"
I thought we
And
was locked in.
I have people before sometimes like my friends that I met that are online that I haven't met yet, and I'm like, oh, I was with one of my friends, and they was like, who? And I'm like, oh, it's one of my IRL friends, and they're like, we not friends for real? And I'm like, we are, but
Oh,
like and I'm like over here stuttering and stuff like, yeah, yeah, we're friends, but
Because
like,
it really is like that.
But
but
yeah, but
I go ahead.
oh,
I was about to say I do feel like when you don't have, so this is where it's going to be contradictory. So I would say what it is almost like the new form of pen pals, but
yeah,
you also lose the face value of like, is this person genuine when you get to meet them and see like their interactions a little bit.
I
Um,
don't
Yeah.
see. I don't like
Yeah.
that feeling. Like I will see me. I'm paranoid and I'm an overthinker.
mhm.
So like
Mm.
whenever I even text anything, I'm just like, are they reading this in my voice? Or are they? Or if I'm talking to them on the phone, I'm like, are they rolling their eyes while I'm talking? Like,
Mhm.
so
You
so
thinking of
I guess
every
that's
possibility. Yeah, I get that.
I don't know.
but
I feel like I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought you were done.
Oh, no, I was gonna reel it back into the questions because I know I got a little off there. But I had one friend that I met on MySpace, and still to this day
That's
we're
a wild
friends.
time. It was top
And
five, top
yeah,
five MySpace,
yeah, yeah, it was top eight.
top eight.
Uh, but it was only one other person with like the name Orion in the world, and I was like, oh, cool, we found each other. Boom.
Mm,
So we just remain friends from
okay,
that moment because of
That's
just
cute.
that.
that's dope.
But we've kept in contact, so I mean that was pretty cool. But I've lost I can't tell you how many friends I've lost along the way, but we've still been friends.
When just
Oh,
So
and then
random
we can
question
go in.
for the chat. When did MySpace die?
2000,
2011, 2010.
I want to say it was 2008. It was 2008.
Was it?
I think
I
so.
did get a Facebook around 2008,
That's when
2009, so it
Facebook
might have
started
been
taking
there.
over. I remember Facebook
Yeah,
started taking in like
2009 was when
2000.
I got a
Even
Facebook.
Twitter. Twitter. I feel like Twitter started kicking. Well, Twitter is everybody made a Twitter back then, but we didn't really fuck with it until like 2013 or something.
I just asked when did Twitter, I mean, when did MySpace die, Dubs? And Dubs is saying make sure y'all tab me up if y'all on Twitter. I don't know if I don't think that they're on Twitch, Dubs.
Yeah, I don't think they have Twitch, but I got him tagged. I got him right here on my $20 TikTok tablet.
Yeah,
We should
you
talk
gonna
about
say
that.
that?
And her parasocial group got her to buy that
I'm gonna
tablet.
promote that tablet.
They influenced her to buy that tablet.
Tablet.
You
But
never
anyway,
had a MySpace. What is a Bebo? What the fuck is that? You should have said Zanga or what's that joint? The black
any kind of
Uvu?
oh blackspace.
we was just talking about Uvu last week. You know Uvu's still alive though. Uvu is still alive. That's crazy.
We
Really?
thought about
Yeah.
having the podcast on Whoop.
We was thinking about having it because it get more people on there. But
Yeah.
they only do 720p. They ain't never upgrade they
That's what I was gonna say that like it's so laggy.
yeah, we
Everybody
not.
gonna look like PlayStation 1 graphics.
It
Civil War footage.
Yes, for real.
Would have been in Minecraft for real.
said it was MySpace with no HTML. Hey, MySpace was crazy. Once you could
Okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and give MySpace their flowers though,
okay.
because like MySpace walks so these hoes can run.
Yeah, no, for real. If there was
Okay,
no MySpace, there would be
yeah.
no Facebook. There would be no
Oh,
none of
yeah,
that.
it wouldn't.
It would not.
And I would argue that MySpace was considerably better
It
than
was.
Facebook.
It was
Only
way better.
because you
And
could
I love the
customize your own profile. You could
Yes.
have music in the background that no bitch could pause.
yes.
Like,
Yes. You could have
They
graphics. You could change the mice. You could do anything you wanted on there. It was a playground.
I
Absolute
I
had
got
playground.
paid on my
I
MySpace.
on my profile and it was playing YouTube videos. Like you go in there and you would see it, and I was
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Oh my goodness!" I did the coding for that.
But it
If you
also
trust
show
me,
you.
been professional coders.
But listen, it
shows you
also
a
show.
future profile.
Yeah, but it also shows you how simple people are because all it took was
Yeah.
a blue and white page, and one little thing on the side, and simply pictures and comments. That's it. That's
Man, but
all.
like it was like your whole day changed when you saw that green icon at the bottom online now. Like
Blue.
You
Glue?
know,
I've never had a
When I
MySpace.
first got on Facebook, they had all them quizzes and shit, and you could customize your profile.
oh yeah.
I don't know when they got
Right.
rid of the customizing your profile part.
Man.
It was a different
MySpace.
time.
Good
You could
times,
change
man.
colors,
Good
but you could
times.
like you had like little modules and stuff that you could move around on there.
That was when Net Zero was the biggest internet.
I'm about to say AOL. That's that dial-up time when you couldn't get on the phone when your mama was on there. You
Right.
got your ass slap.
I don't know what kind of internet you had, but I know the computer was in my mama room, and we used to have to go to my mama room to get on
Oh yeah.
the
No, remember when I told her, "Oh, mom, you should get a Hughes net," and she actually got it, and the shit was slow as hell.
You thought you had to connect to the baddest internet for sure.
Right, but I mean, we had Charter
and
though,
you
like so
fall asleep
we
like
had the top of the
like
line internet, so everybody was at our house on that computer.
Okay.
even even back then I feel like I was heavy in group chats. I was in Facebook group chats. And even now I'm in Twitter group chats. So I feel like the parasocial relationships have been a part of my life for a long ass
For
time.
some decades now.
Mm, decades. I wouldn't
Most of
say
your life. Most of your life though. But it
I wouldn't
also
say
goes
decades.
to show you where is the difference though, because and this is something I bring up. And it's wild to say because now it's like if you shed the light on it, but like the Big Brother, Big Sister programs, all of those things are done with, right? But that's what led a lot of people to proper mentorships, where now it's influencers, it's people you can see on YouTube and stuff like that, people you never have a one-on-one conversation with most of the time, or you never really interact with enough for them to really talk to you personally. You know what I mean? Like they give a broad message and most people latch onto it and then become a part of it, and that's where these parasocial groups form. You know what I mean? So
That's where the hive mind start.
right, and that's why it's like okay, like I wish we could get back to that, but everything is so hyper active now. Like is
Everything's
you're
so
not
fast. Everything is so transactional.
mhm.
You
You're not
know,
gonna get people to
probably,
want it like that either. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
we probably got to accept that part that gone are the days, basically.
It's sad though because the only way for you really to succeed is to for you to interact with somebody who's at least gone a little bit further than you. And everybody thinks like, oh well, I'm trying to work my own unique path. Most of the time, you're doing something similar that somebody else done did. You're gonna sell a product. You just gonna make something different than somebody else, but it's the same shit. Like
Right.
you might cut the shirt up a little different than somebody else, but you still selling fucking clothes. So talk to somebody that sell
Right.
clothes. You know what I
You
mean?
might cut the shirt and they might stab the shirt,
You know, set it on fire or something. Now that's everybody got to have a flare.
and call it distressed. Right.
All right, host Nikki, you got your second question. I'll let
I
you.
mean, you said second.
Yeah,
Oh
your
Hold
no,
on,
second.
third or
this is more than a second question.
Your second. I was on my first one. This is. I mean, we are
I
on
can ask
three, but
this is my third one. I believe.
okay.
yeah.
Excuse me. Pardon me, madam.
I was looking. I was about to ask how do parasocial relationships affect consumer behavior and purchasing decisions in the context of influencer marketing, but like we kind of like can cover that a little bit, unless you feel like we can go deeper into the topic.
Well, no, that yeah, we can definitely go way deeper than the little light touch we did.
I never did tell y'all why I bought this $20 tablet.
You know what the funny thing is about it?
Okay, we'll buy one. Fine.
Listen, I am not
A paid
sponsored
promoter.
or anything. I just like the fact that all those words start with a T. $20, like the $20
$20
TikTok tablet. I just like that. That's all.
Come on,
And then
TikTok.
I don't want to hold it up and people who see the back of this and they be like, "What the fuck is that?
Oh,
What the fuck?
you know how they do when they on when they try to
You know,
sell
this
you
is
some
what
shit
a tablet.
online, they just
Yeah.
open it up and be like this.
Oh, they got a post-it note on the back of it real fast. Like, what the fuck is
They
that
be like,
post-it
"This
note?
tablet is that?" And I'm completely owning that I have a $20 tablet and it is working as you can see. This is Juice's stream. Now, I was about to do the thing with my hand.
Yeah, like what are you hiding in the bag?
Juice's stream.
You gotta put your hand behind it like those influencers do, so they
That's
can
how
see
we
it.
doing. I'll be doing it anyways when I eat jalapenos with like this. You know. But basically, I just watched a TikTok video. Well, I watched a TikTok video. And I was like, $20 tablet. I ain't paying for that shit. Then I saw another one, and I was like, dang, the black people using $20 tablet, and she
I'm
seemed like
sure
she
they
was
are.
not.
I mean, yeah, if they're getting sponsored by the people and they're giving them money. So I was gonna say this. This is where I don't like the way the world is going. If you notice it gone are the days where you would have to watch commercials because I literally skip commercials. So the way that companies are getting their product like endorsements back are by saying, okay, well, we can't get it from average television because people aren't watching average television. They're watching
Right.
streaming services where they're only getting 10 to 15 seconds of ads, even if they're paying like the premium or something like that. Because that's all we can get because they're paying to fight us. So we have to start paying people that they are watching. So the influencers, right? But the problem is these influencers are hungry as fuck for money, right?
Oh, yeah.
So they're gonna get whatever they can and advertise the shit out of it. It doesn't matter what the quality is. It doesn't matter what who's backing it. What child labor is involved. None of that shit. They aren't doing none of that research. They're like, fuck that. Let's get the product out. And not to go up at your $20 tablet, but ain't no way you should have been going out there because that tablet probably didn't even cost them to manufacture $20. So
Right.
you made them all some money. You get what I'm saying? And granted, you talking about it is going to have somebody else go be like, well, fuck it. She got a TikTok tablet. I'm good enough to have me a TikTok tablet. Yeah, let me
I was
go
just
ahead and
like,
TikTok it up. And the thing I see all the time is everybody's buying this TikTok shit and it's always breaking. And I'm like, this is some Five Below ass shit. And Five Below losing money. You know what I'm saying?
It was $20, including the shipping. So I'm not complaining. It's working. It's
I'm
doing what
just
it's
okay,
supposed
saying,
okay, soft promotion.
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if you're gonna be getting these $20 TikTok joints, you might as well be getting your coins too. Because if it's
I
gonna
gotta
be, because
because
like
I'm
no,
working.
huh? But no, this
I
is the
gotta
thing though. Like, if you even, and this is, it's messed up to say it, but if you go back to the time like the '70s, like the way that they used to mess us up, and this is what like we're now all over the place with. To sell to black people, they always like if you put this word of like vintage or something that made it seem like it was the real McCoy, then you would have a leg up on people. But now people don't even check the tags on shit. So you could be having like, matter of fact, like the best thing I can see, people buy chains off of Amazon all the time. I would never be caught dead in the streets with no fucking Amazon ass chain. But I don't
and
seen them
then
tarnish at the pool and shit. Just today, seen somebody jump in the pool, they shit was turning colors, and I was like, looking crazy. I'm like, how you ain't got
so did
real
they
gold
pay
on?
dollars for this, or did they pay like regular price for an actual like?
Girl, I don't know. But all I'm saying is the jewelry is out here tarnishing and all this other shit. You will be
If they paid
dead,
but
huh?
if they paid like, I feel like if they paid, so there's a difference. Okay, so if I bought some fake jewelry for $10 and I'm knowing that it's fake, then I didn't really get played because I bought some fake ass jewelry, but on purpose. But if they paying like, if they
Like
paying a
in
thousand
the
something for some
hundreds
fake
and
jewelry,
shit like that,
yeah, if they
right?
But
paying high price for fake jewelry on Amazon, then I see how that become a problem then.
But
You know what
unless you taking your jewelry to a tester after the fact, how do
A
you
jewelry
know
tester.
for a
Yeah.
fact? You know what I'm saying? Because like they can send you a certification and all that other bullshit, and they all could still be a lie.
Certifications can be doctored,
Yeah, that's what
and
I'm
they can
saying.
have a jewelry tester in the video or whatever they show you, and it'll be preset to actually say that it's real.
Mhm.
Like I mean, there were cases like that where was I at? I was at Jared. They tried to give me a job there. I was like, get the hell out of here. But
Jared,
I
Jared,
was do what?
you said so? Does Jared selling fake shit?
No, no, but I was in there like critiquing the jewelry because I was with Janice to buy her some pearl necklaces
Oh,
and
okay. I was about to say because
but
the only real jewelry I have is from Jared, and I was like,
oh, he went to Jared, huh?
we got the diamond tester. We got the
No,
diamond.
but it would behoove people to go to those places and get their jewelry tested if they're get it if they think they're getting a deal, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden they get gangrene in the creases of the crevices of their neck,
Right,
and
or
they don't
they
know why.
in them next bumps. Sorry, I turn it because I remember it happened because like I'm allergic. I think to like either the nickel or silver, one of the things. So I can only get platinum or gold. You know what I mean? So it's a very serious thing for me. But nowadays, motherfuckers will put anything on their body. I'm just like, this
Yep.
wild. It's very wild to me.
I could wear fake jewelry.
It's,
As long as I don't wear it for more than a day.
I mean, if you only need it for one occasion, I mean, like, there ain't nothing wrong with just going to your little dollar store buying
They call
your
it,
local Family Dollar
and then
or
you
your
know
local Walgreens to grab a necklace.
when I looked into it too, they all call it costume jewelry. So yeah, it's definitely the costume. You just throwing
Costume
it on for
jewelry,
show. Got a
the
costume.
novelty jewelry.
Mhm. But yes,
No, when they gave us these fake earrings we had to wear, and they used to have my ears swole. It was like some fake silver, like it was weird. I had my
Remember
ears.
the big squares?
oh god, yeah, the big squares with the rows of
Yeah.
diamond in them. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean they
The
still be
diamonds,
popping.
the
Yeah,
cubic zirconias.
the, the
but
cubic
yeah,
dust.
You were balling if you had a pair though.
No, but everybody, how do y'all feel about that part though? Do y'all feel like these parasocial relationships are now affecting our spending habits? And I do have, I'm
Yeah,
gonna spin it back in the end too, because I do have one more part I wanted to say.
most
yeah.
definitely, especially with the
Yeah.
Go
TikTok
ahead.
shop. I feel like
Yeah,
that's the most influence like I've ever been in my life.
yeah.
The TikTok shop. I ain't gonna lie. I even
Now,
bought my art supplies from the TikTok because people these using art supplies. You see them drawing. I'm like, well, I need them markers. I
well,
need.
Because I feel like I definitely like if I follow somebody and I feel like they have,
don't trust their word or
we
something.
no, no. I feel like if if I agree with them on certain stuff to a certain degree, And it's like, okay, so you tried that wig on. Your wigs be looking nice. I'm gonna get the wig too. Fuck it.
No, because she have the units and the closures in her bathroom to do that stuff with.
You know, a lot of them
So
be
that's why
having
they
the finesse. They be knowing how to
Yeah.
fix the wigs up
right.
and all that shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they'll get the $6 hard wig and like
Uh-huh.
microwave it or some shit.
They put it in fabric softener and all that shit, and then they get on and tell you like, oh, it look just like look how it
I just got it out the bag, girl.
But see,
straight
this is
out.
but then y'all don't see that's the problem right there. Y'all got so familiar with these parasocial groups, the person
Yeah,
y'all don't seen through the
exactly.
internet,
Yeah.
believing that they scalp is the same as your scalp, and then hoping that it ain't gonna set your shit on fire. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you don't know how
Or
sensitive
take
their
something
skin
and
is.
won't give it back.
You know, put that oil on there, that shit starts sizzling. You like, well, wait a minute, and they never
Oh,
even tried.
and you know what? But I fell victim to that one time, and I was,
Mm.
you know what, I'm not gonna go get it because I'm not gonna do him like that.
I was about to
But
say, what was it?
because I wanted to do him like that, I was gonna have the product like this. Do not get, but it was a beard oil, and
Okay.
my barber told me, "Oh, Ryan, you do not need a beard oil. Just leave it alone."
Mhm.
So I was like, "Oh man, no, I'm gonna moisturize the beard and da 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 da." So his beard looked amazing, like immaculate on the photos, like on all the photos, and it was his custom made product.
Okay.
I was like, okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Product was $70 for a very small bottle. So I put a little drops on there, but then like 24, like within 24 hours, I had a huge like spot,
Like
like
ball
patch
patch?
in the
Oh
beard.
goodness.
Yeah, but it was probably one of the ingredients in it. But I was
Hmm.
just like, man, that's the last time I'll believe somebody from their pictures alone. Like, I mean, because who else does it? It's a lot of social media influencers who do that, like, because they get like they got hundreds of thousands of followers. You know, just like he said, they're hungry as hell. You know, like
Hmm.
so they'll uh, get behind a product that they're not really behind just to get the money for it. Yeah,
I
I can't tell you how many people I see begging you online to be like, shop the link, y'all. Click the link. What the hell say? Get the London look. All that other
get
stuff.
the London look. I ain't never heard that. What the London look?
They will beg you and like they will beg you to click the link, use their link. Oh, use my code. Like, but it's exhausting.
Hmm.
It's
Listen,
exhausting to see,
listen.
especially like people that I actively follow and that I'm a staunch supporter for, and like seeing this, I'm just like, damn, like, do I do it so they can get the money, or do I just ignore it and continue to support them, or like, but
Well, I
it's
mean,
exhausting.
Well,
it's all a part of the business. Because I'll even go ahead, Nikki. You want to say something? I don't mean to overtalk you.
oh, my bad. I was about to say that I'm always telling people to click the link, but it's usually on Amazon, and
And
it's always something that I have before because I leave reviews, I post pictures, I post videos. So if I'm ever telling somebody to click the link, it's legit. Okay.
right,
The only thing, the only thing that I feel like I ever went wrong, and I'm gonna be honest about it, when I had that giant gummy worm, and I was telling people to click the link, and people bought it, and I made money from them buying the giant gummy worm. That was before I ever tasted it.
oh
So
wow,
I had pictures with it, I had videos with it, but I was like, I never mentioned the flavor because I didn't taste it yet. But when I
I
tasted it,
never mentioned.
it was nasty. It was nasty as fuck.
Not nasty as fuck.
When it smelled good and it was actually big, it was like it was real. So I was like, oh yeah, it's real. It's actually heavy and everything. It smells really, really good. I never said how it tasted, but when I tasted it, it was nasty. That's the only time I ever like, damn, I probably led these people astray. But everything else, I most definitely
They probably say, oh, she probably got different taste buds. That's all.
checked it out.
Not different taste buds. So hold on, let me swing it back. So it's like I was gonna say, it's gone are the days of people having the ability to like have like regular commercials. So it's back to the 50s where you would watch a regular TV show and then Auntie Agatha would come out, hey, buy this soap. And make sure that you get it double down because if you
Wait,
don't,
wait. Is that the coconut
yeah,
castaway?
hold on, no, that's the Birchwood Breeze.
I just got.
That's why I was like, listen, I need to get my advertisements up. So Dr. Squatch, make sure that y'all come out and y'all see the kid. But no, but like stuff like this, like even myself, like I don't want to be somebody who promotes bad products. So I do my research. I make sure that it works for various skins and all that other stuff. But what I was going to spin it back to is gone are the days, and like somebody tell me if y'all know about it. But FDA approval, nobody who even talks about FDA approval anymore. Nobody.
Yeah.
What was it like a year ago with the pink sauce? Did anybody see about that pink sauce? The
Yep.
girl. Go ahead. Tell them about the pink sauce. Go ahead. I want you to say it.
The pink sauce, like there was no way that it was actually supposed to be edible.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I know things settle and they
She gonna tell
separate
you.
sitting on the shelf and stuff like that. But like it was nowhere, the sauce was almost white. Like after
Well,
like months of sitting on the shelf because nobody was buying it anymore because people would take it home and it was just it wasn't good.
So it was this young lady.
yeah,
She had made this like sauce, or Nikki, you was about to tell him?
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So there was a girl on a popular girl on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and she was making this sauce on live. It was pink sauce, which it was probably okay for her making it at home,
Mm-hmm.
and it probably tasted good to her because that was before it was being the other
Packaged
people. Yeah, it was being packaged and shipped to people without like the proper refrigeration and the
and
handling and everything.
preservatives, no
Yeah, it was
preservatives,
just being sent over there just any kind of way. No
in
one
a
told me.
box, blowing up
Yeah,
on people, all that shit.
Come on now.
summer.
She
So
threw it in like little plastic top little things like you would get from the carry out, and just she just shipped it off across the country in those
Yeah.
or in little
yeah.
jars.
So a lot of people were trying it. They were getting sick. There were a lot of people they was talking about it, and it was different consistencies for different people, different colors and everything. And it was to the point like they had the FDA. They called the FDA on her or whoever you call in that situation,
Mm-hmm. It
and
was
the
the
FDA
FDA.
contacted her and told her that she needed to get it up to par if she's going to continue to do that. And I think that she did do what she needed to do to get it up to par, and they started selling it in I was about to say in Minecraft. What the fuck? In Walmart. And they started
What
selling
was
in
this?
Walmart, but even though it was FDA approved, then people still wasn't fucking with it because there was so many reviews already about it, fucking people's stomachs up
Mm-hmm.
and all that shit.
But it's
What was
still
this?
in the Walmarts. They still buying product line from her. It's like a Coca Cola situation. It's gonna get over eventually.
Right. It's
Yeah, they
most
probably have
definitely,
like a contract or something.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. She probably got a contract, but they most definitely lowered the price on that shit. And where I think now it's like it costs half as much as it did when it first hit Walmart. And I've never tried it, but I can't believe so many people were influenced to try it because I ain't got that type of. I don't know.
Can't
I
trust
don't get
everybody
influenced by
food.
shit. Yeah. I mean,
That's
I
what my
won't
mama
get
told
influenced
me.
by food, but not when it's being shipped like that. Some lady making it in her house, shipping it out.
Right.
Just that finna. Whew.
Mm-mm.
He a
Okay.
special guest too. He probably trying to tell you
Like
something.
buying plates from Shamar.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Oh,
too.
Well, Shamar,
the guy that walks in a
bitch,
salads.
Shamar could barely formulate a sentence. No way he could have been making a plate for me.
I was about to say,
That's
was
what
it
I'm
wasn't there something
saying.
wrong with the patty pies too?
I
Pa-
didn't hear anything about the
oh,
patty pie.
It was
Patty's
nothing
pies
like
have messed up for a second.
the only thing that was wrong with Patty Pies was that the dude who made it popular,
Uh-huh.
she didn't handle that correctly. But other than that,
Uh,
that was the only controversy I heard about the Patty Pies.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't the Patty Pie was hitting because the dude tasted again, and it made it popular, and everybody wants to go buy Patty Pies, and she's like, "Them Patty Pies sold because of me. They ain't selling because of you."
But so listen, this is where it's funny though. So there's certain places that don't ever advertise. For example, and I
Chinese
know that
restaurant.
Chinese restaurants do not advertise at all.
I've never
But
seen a Chinese
there's never been a
restaurant.
commercial. There's never been nothing for the carryout. It's all on word of mouth. All off word of mouth. Even
I've
like
seen.
Costco too. Costco don't have no
That's
commercials. Huh?
what y'all thought about.
I mean, I think. Go ahead.
No, what
I
you
said
say?
that's crazy. That's the first thing y'all thought about was Chinese
Chinese
restaurant.
restaurant. I mean, well, because, if you think about it, have you seen any?
Yeah, never.
But then, like, we have this many buffets in this one area of
Yeah.
Chinese buffets. But I think like places like Costco or Chinese restaurants, I think they they go based off of what he said, word of mouth and quality of product.
Hmm.
Even if it's not the best food like health wise, the taste is all that matters to the people.
Yes.
Like, and then if they have like specials going on, like this one up the street have like endless crab legs on Fridays. Like
Oh, they know
that's
they
all
getting
you
the
have to
black
say.
folk on
Those
that
crab
time.
legs, and like the whole city is sold. Okay,
Yeah.
so
They know their
they're gonna
customer
make it
base.
whether it's
Yeah.
commercial or not.
Yeah, they didn't need that. They just need a sign, and people be like, "Yo, the crab stuff."
And then be the people who be talking about accepting EBT. They don't even supposed to be doing that, but they be having that sign outside talking about now accepting EBT.
Man,
You
that's
supposed to eat
crazy.
that for hot food.
Who else accepts EBT? Taco Bell, Jack in the Box.
I'm about to say everybody is now. I think after 2018, I think everybody went. I was still
No, I
working
think
retail then.
I was working in retail, but I think it was at one point I can't remember. It was a hurricane in Houston, and they started letting people use EBT to get hot food at the gas station I worked at, which had a
Hmm.
kitchen, and I happened to work in the kitchen, unfortunately. So there was them was dark times. Them was
Not
some
dark
dark
time.
times. It was right next to what like five apartment complexes and
Oh yeah,
two or three hospitals.
I hate
Boy,
coming over there.
that was the worst time of my life. I used to be crying after work. One time I work. This dude came in at the end of the day, 9:59. He's like, "What time do you guys close?" I was like, "No, he was ordering." I said, "Just a friendly reminder. We close at 10 o'clock." He's like, "What time is it? 9:59? Just enough time for me to order four extra large
No,
pizzas."
it ain't.
Four extra large pizzas is crazy.
I
No.
went there and I started crying. I was making his pizza and crying like,
Mm-mm.
and he was just looking at me. He's like, "Go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, bitch."
he
Like,
Like he just don't even
said,
care.
he probably said, "Put some extra tears in them pizzas too. Let's throw them.
Right.
Make sure
I
it's
want to
really
taste
salty."
those tears.
We used to lock the door at 9:50 and
Uh,
stand there and look at them too while we count the
we couldn't
drawers.
do that. They used to be tripping so hard about that shit.
Because they
They
want
used to
that
be like,
extra coin. That's why. That's a company for you.
They better come down there and make that food then.
But again, come up out their family little house and be like, all right, well, I got to throw this apron on now because the night shift said they done with it. So,
don't put your
Done.
hands on something.
I remember somebody let a customer in by accident.
Oh shit!
It was just,
Everybody looked
it
at
was
them like,
such an argument.
like, why the fuck would you do this? You know we was going home. Now we got to stay up
Cause
in
she
here.
mad at us, but it's like we're closing. I'm sorry, I don't know what else to do.
Y'all funny over
The
there with
drawers
this
are
thumbs
out.
up.
No one's clocked in. Oh yeah,
Yeah, all three of y'all done did it. I got a, this is a Sony camera. It's
I
not
didn't
going to
know.
do that.
what happened?
Y'all doing this
I didn't.
thumbs up over there. All three of y'all done did it at least one time over there.
I be doing this. Oh,
Oh,
it
what?
didn't work. It didn't work
You
right now.
haven't, you don't see it on your screen?
Yeah,
Oh, so
it's a thumbs up. It's on your screen. You do with your thumbs up. It pops like a little bubble pops up and say thumbs up.
oh, it popped up and I didn't even do it the first time.
Yeah, you had your hands like this or something like that, and they saw it and they was like, okay.
Oh, okay. I was like, who the hell is this?
um, Nikki, okay, hold on. Let me ask my next question to the group, y'all. Are parasocial relationships causing a false sense of belonging, leading us to believe that we have a support system when in reality we are disconnected from genuine
yes,
connections?
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Or why do y'all feel like that? Like, come on, we gotta, give
Okay.
them exposition.
So when somebody comes like to say they had a crappy day and their first thought is to take to social media to tell everybody how bad their day was,
Hmm.
they're looking for everybody to console them, and they feel like they have a village online that is going to support whatever, like a dumb decision that they make that made them have a bad day.
It's
Right.
not working.
So I think, yeah, it kind of warps people's thinking,
Hmm.
because they're just like, okay, well, these people are gonna agree with me,
Right.
even if I am wrong. And that's another reason why people don't like me, is because I'm not gonna
Not
agree
people
with you.
don't like you because you be
Do what?
telling them how it is.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I've been unceremoniously banned from a lot of stuff
Mhm.
because
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna hold back. But yeah, it warps their thinking. It makes them think, okay, like everybody's gonna be on my side. People are gonna rally together to come to my aid, even if I am in the wrong. So
Mhm.
yeah, I think it does. I think it does. It has negative effects on people's thinking or their sense of belonging.
Right.
Yeah.
Anybody else want?
Right?
Zaria, did you?
Like I feel like I've witnessed it before. Like someone will have a problem and they'll come in and they'll just tell the whole group. And some people will speak up, and then I just noticed like people will talk about it. They'll talk about it. It's like they really felt like you or like just this group would understand or be
Right.
compassionate about it, and you're, you know, off to the side being sinister in a way,
Right.
just
Being
making fun of the
vindictive.
situation and stuff like that. Like you're a part of this group that they felt they could confide in and stuff like that,
Right.
and you're being
So
mean
you
in a
so
way.
you
You're being
like
mean.
so what you mean is like they'll read your messages in the group chat and then like dash over to a sidebar and then be like, "Hey, yo, uh, do you
Yeah.
hear this right now?"
Right.
Hmm.
And they just be going about themselves. But it's yeah, it's a crazy thing. Nikki, what you got? You got something for it?
Um, I feel like yeah. One of the things that I noticed uh, for myself is that um, so on the internet, like I have a group of friends and we all have these common interests, which is mostly anime and gaming. But in real life, like outside of the people that I met on Twitter, I don't have that in real life. Like I don't even have that sense of community in real life. I don't have the friends who watch anime. I don't have friends that play video games. Like it's like my in real life group of
It's like you
friends is
don't have that belonging
completely
in real
different.
life.
So it's like I have two different lives almost because like the people
Double
that
live.
I know in real life, they're completely detached from this part of me.
Hmm.
So it's like in real life, I can't have the same conversations that I have online because they ain't gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. You know? So I could see how it could make people have a sense of being lonely, whatever.
Okay, nah, I hear that, and let me tie it back because, like, again, I say this like here and there because I don't want people to think they about to get a free session from me. But I'm a therapist. But on TikTok, there was a young lady going around saying she was the hood therapist or whatever, and like to be honest, it was a really bad time for her. If you ever guys get to look at it, look up the hood therapist on TikTok. You'll see the young lady, but she was like going around telling women they could be a bad bitch. You can be a hoe and still find the man you want. And I'm just like, she's like, embrace your inner thought, and then you gonna do it. Be a bad bitch, and it was just like real wild. And she was just like, "You, if you're a real man, you're gonna fucking splurge on these bad bitch material." And then she would be clapping in the videos like, "You don't see this goddess energy while throwing the cheeks back," and it was really sloppy. It was
Oh, she was
not.
clapping ass. I thought you were talking about
Yeah,
clapping her hand.
no, clapping
Oh,
her ass in the video, telling dudes to bow down to the goddess energy that she's out here generating for the universe, and then so she was doing a lot of shit like that on her TikTok to the point where it went back to her job because again, being a professional, you have to be a little bit aware of your presence. So it got back to her job, and there were people feeling like because she works with men and she was attacking men on the internet, saying that they weren't ain't shit and they need to be throwing money in her cash app because that was her problems. Like y'all niggas don't even respect me enough. Ain't nobody sent me no cash app this week,
It
and it was
affected her credibility.
yeah. So somebody doxed her. They found her job and everything, and then they sent the TikToks that she was putting up to her job. So within that week, she got fired and everything. But then instantly, instead of like finding time to work on herself, she went right back to TikTok, blaming the people, like one of you fuckers, and blamed the man. And then, like I think 2 days later, come to find out it was a black woman that actually docked her. But she didn't even renege on her statements, didn't apologize for anything, and then went like for about like 6 months on a downward spiral on and off TikTok, right? And then expected people to support her via TikTok because she had lost her job through her own means of exposing herself, but expected other people to be like, well, I'm down bad and all this other shit. So she eventually wound up taking a hiatus from the internet because somebody obviously had to tell her, like, this shit is not working for you. But, I believe she had came back, and I don't quote me, but I believe she started her OnlyFans because it just got
oh, did you
worse.
ever?
Yeah, she it didn't get better. It just got worse.
I
Um,
mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It depends how popular her OnlyFans is. If
It,
you consider it for
popular.
I mean, after that
if you making money,
charade
like
that
I
she
mean,
pulled
obviously
with
that
the
she
job,
wanted. She wanted.
probably not
She was already
fairly.
shaking her ass. So she's already shaking her ass, telling dudes they need to throw money at her. So if her OnlyFans is popular and she getting paid from it, then she probably living the dream right now.
No, you making me want to go look her research it because I'm pretty sure it's not hidden. Because
Somebody in the chat go subscribe.
please, somebody in the chat, yeah, go find it
Come
for us
back to us with a report.
because we need to know.
For research purposes, y'all don't.
Research
So,
purposes only.
But
Do
see, this goes back to what I said with people coming to social media to get people to rally in their defense. So,
hmm
and she believed that's how it was gonna go.
hmm
But unfortunately, the online had other plans. But
since she felt
now,
like secure, but it wasn't real.
right?
Yeah, she was
False
secure with these
security.
people that were absolute strangers to her and just saying anything. And the thing was, if you were gonna have this quote unquote community, you should have made it a closed community. You should have did it on Discord or
Oh
something.
yeah,
And you're like, because I'm not trying to say, because this is my issue with today. People don't have enough decency to have privacy anymore. It's more so like I need to put it in front of your face, and it's just like what? Like I was just at the pool earlier, and I said I was going to stream, but there was kids there, but there was also a lot of ass out, and I was very confused because the camel toe was so cameling out that joint that I'm like, wait a minute, somebody's daughter is beside you, but they gonna see this and think that this is average, and I'm like, no, because then after this, they just gonna wear a napkin and that motherfucker get wet, it's gone. That's it. And
yeah.
Um,
what are you about to say, Nikki?
I don't know. That's
Yeah, it's a
so.
wild time.
I was gonna get off
Okay.
topic,
So
but I was just about to say that I just feel like sometimes nowadays, uh, it's like I never really slut shame anybody, but I feel like you don't have to be a hoe everywhere you go.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just because you do that and you live the lifestyle doesn't mean that you gotta make it. You gotta have it on display at the pool where there's kids.
yeah,
You don't need to be sucking dick at motherfucking Home Depot.
Or
not Home
Walmart,
Depot,
or Walmart, or all this
Walmart,
is
or
not
you know,
Walmart on aisle
any,
nine.
any public place,
in the kids'
or
Okay.
toys.
taking ass in
Well,
with
I
bare
think
clothes on. All those things. I'm just like, you don't have to be a hoe everywhere you go. Just cause
I mean, well, yeah, but you also got to understand though that if they were to bring back the idea of magnifying shame like other cultures do, I think a lot of this stuff wouldn't happen.
I
Um,
mean, I wouldn't say they have to be shamed to just be
No,
there's no other way at this
yeah,
point.
shame would have to be it because the thing is, people are so
considerate.
free the titty, free this, free me from the shackle of sounding like I'm crazy when I say I want my dick sucked at any, you know what I'm saying? So, and what was even worse, the era of fucking right in the pussy on the news. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't remember that? There was a whole like 5 years where people would just run up to news reporters, fucking right in the pussy.
Yeah.
But Trump was horrible for saying some shit.
I mean,
Right.
Trump. Okay, it was crazy that Trump said it, but he did say it private, and it was just recorded and released.
Right.
But
That was fucked up.
people were saying that, I guess, in protest. I guess
They weren't in
I don't
protest. They was having a fucking blast with it.
yeah, fuck
Right.
right. You gotta realize it. Also, like, I don't know. I'm not gonna try to. I'm not gonna try to defend that because it is crazy that they was doing that anyways. But I don't know. I just feel like people need to be more considerate of others. Nobody's considerate these days.
But
Not even.
consideration wouldn't do it because being considerate is what allows these people to say, oh, be like, oh, well, I see it from your point of view. So if you just want to go out there and ride 20 D's, go ahead and ride 20 D's, baby, because I feel it. That nigga cheated on you 50 times. You need
Cheat
20.
back
Yeah, you need the 20 D.
100
You need the
times
20 D down payment on your V so that
in
way
the
he
name of
know.
self care.
You,
Cheat back.
you
Listen,
know.
that's what you want to do. You don't have to make an announcement about it. You don't have
Right.
to put it on display.
That's
You
true.
don't have to. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to
Be
put
covert
that shit
about it
on
all.
display. You don't have to go into you like I don't know how to explain it. Like
No, I do because
You
it's
don't need to go into a
people
downward
pay for
spiral of
everything,
posted on social
and
media. Niggas ain't shit.
Right.
This nigga
I'm about to have a
never done
divorce party. Who's coming to the
right.
rodeo? You know what I'm saying?
A,
Like,
right. A divorce party when you air out details of the divorce online, and now the divorce is corrupted, and now you can't win anything because you
hmm
done all this other shit. So yeah, you ain't gotta put all that shit online, man.
yeah,
Because
some
that online that just like the live thing that you were talking about earlier, it's so much shit that gets destroyed because of posting stuff online
hmm
or going live. Like I had a friend go live at a restaurant once and I knocked her phone out of her hand. Don't do that while I'm here. And it's not because I feel like I'm an important person. I'm a fucking nobody. I want to be a nobody in peace.
yeah, so that
But
nobody had to be coming looking for me. Like,
exactly. But my main thing was I don't know who's after you.
hmm
Right.
So if they all it takes is a street sign these days for somebody to come find you, and then they come find you and spray everybody down, and it's you.
hmm
Don't go live.
that's another problem too because and that's another issue with everybody with all this access. And you said something really good there. And this typically into any relationship, you don't know who people is dealing with, and everybody is always. And this is something I just had older woman. She's in a 36 plus year marriage. Now, of course, cheating is involved and all of that, but she don't entertain it as much as we do because it's like,
Yeah.
oh well, why the fuck is it they gonna cheat on me? All of this other stuff, but it's like you give so much energy to it, people gonna do whatever the fuck they gonna do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But if they treat you right enough, like all of that shit shouldn't matter because men cheat,
You
women
can.
cheat. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if they are the person that's treating you right, like, and if see the problem is we do too much digging to know about it. And once you know about it,
Yeah.
what are you really going to do? What you going to end it?
Mhm.
And if you really
Yep.
love them, and then now what you going to
Mhm.
not be with the person you love, so you can go out there and fuck with other people you don't love and be miserable with them, and then
Man.
still be thinking about the other one. It's just craziness.
Yeah. And
No,
then
that's
don't
it's
they'll
easier
they'll
if he
go
cheating.
ahead, huh?
And it's easier to get over a man if he's cheating. Yeah, like so you
That's this
saying
new
when we
world
think
order
about
shit.
you saying that's new world order shit, but you saying we
Okay,
still
you
gonna
know
be
what? Go
like
ahead. I'm gonna respond after you.
a
Just go
man
ahead.
that's cheating is gonna be easier to walk away from that. At least in my opinion.
You said
Okay,
if a
so
woman is cheating,
I said if a man is cheating, it's easier to walk away from that situation. I only said that because you said you gonna leave the love of your life and go talk to somebody else and still be thinking about him. And I'm like, no, I ain't gonna be thinking about him. That nigga was cheating. He
okay,
right.
so
Ain't
but
no problem.
that's the problem with it. That's what I'm saying because we make it so easy to end somebody because they did something for themselves. You made it about you now, right? That's what I'm
okay,
saying. Like it becomes a whole thing. You're making it personal and all that other shit, and it's like
right,
for your relationship. Were you
okay,
always doing everything to make it perfect?
right,
Like it's always more than one little step to it. Now, granted,
okay,
granted, I'm not saying that they are perfect for what they did, but I'm just saying that even you had a part to play in that role. You feel what I'm saying?
right,
Because if you didn't take into account that this is a person that had the potential to do it, because you dealt with them, you feel what I'm saying? Now, and then at the same time, I don't know what the part of the relationship it played into it, like were they just already going to do some shit, or were you not doing what they needed for them to feel sexually
right,
satisfied, and all that stuff plays a part into it because it's different
You
for
can
right.
different
always
people.
be satisfied
So
over here, sexual.
Huh?
But the thing is, uh,
What you say?
I said some shit that was just to my own horn.
Okay.
But I was gonna say like that's crazy because if you ain't making an effort to try to fix it before it get to that point, then like I ain't. I mean,
okay,
you already gave up on the relationship.
Well,
So
so
ain't no point fighting
but
for that shit. You
it's
already
always a difference of communication, just like how
yeah,
love languages can be different. For example,
Yeah.
if your love language is like acts of service and stuff like that, what they're telling you might not translate to what they're like what they need to happen. You feel what I'm saying?
right.
And then like
Okay.
you think you might be doing something similar to it, but you're not doing it actually.
You're doing it like not doing it, right?
Yeah.
tell them they need to look on.
Okay, so uh, back to what he said. Reel it back in about if the man is taking care of you and take like say you guys got kids or something. Okay, like if y'all don't have no kids, you're not married, he cheat on you and he ain't shit. Okay, well yeah, it'll be easy to get over him. That's probably the thing that you're getting at. But if it's somebody who's taking care of you, taking care of the kids, you really ain't got to work if you want to. You may go ahead and go and get a bullshit call center job or some shit like that. Okay, yeah, you may do that just to feel like, hey, I'm doing something, but he's taking care of you, right? Okay, so maybe he'll go fuck a bitch every now and then. Like I don't condone it, but it should not it should not end it's not something that is, if he's not bringing back an STD on you or having a baby on you or something like that. Okay, then that I would understand, but
Y'all got some interesting
shit happens.
opinions.
But
But
no, but not
Yeah.
like, but hear me out though. Hear me out, okay? Because it's not just like the surface level. Oh, because I have, I ain't gonna do that. It's somebody else's business. But
yeah,
if that's the only thing that could rock the foundation of your relationship, like you really weren't ready to be in a relationship,
Relationship, yeah.
So
if you're not
even
ready to get cheated, but that's the thing,
do
y'all.
what?
I feel like it's never equal for real. It's always the
Okay, no,
men.
because of like
Men,
in
the men,
society, the way society is built, Nikki, it's there's a double standard all the time, and that's the
Mhm.
one double standard that works in a man's favor. It's like, okay, well, it'll be a million attractive women, but if it's a man that's providing for you and taking care of you and the kids, it's not many of those.
Yeah. It's a
So
lot of fuck boys, like y'all
it's
know.
yeah, it's
It's
easy to say, okay, I got a nigga in my DMs right now. That nigga will come crack your shit. Da, 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 da. Yeah, you have that,
you have several of
but
them.
is it gonna have the longevity that your relationship had you just not ignored the fact that that shit was happening, but said, okay, what am I doing? What can I do to mitigate the risk of this happening again? But also, I told a friend that, because I can tell this part, because she thought that the homeboy wasn't gonna cheat on her because she, oh, I'm me, that cheat on me, I'm special, blah, 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 blah. No, I'm
No,
sorry, you're not.
everybody's a person. Yeah,
Okay,
everybody's a fucking
yeah.
person.
So
You're gonna
I
make
told her,
mistakes. He gonna make mistakes.
right. So
listen,
I quote, I
And
told her,
but listen,
you
and
can.
hold on.
Okay,
Oh, for a second, because Zaria, you're making a lot of faces, and I'm gonna need you to
I
speak
saw that.
and
What are
not
you
make so many
Yeah.
talking
faces.
about?
No,
But
I'm
hold
just
on,
I'm
one
taking it in. I'm listening.
because this doesn't this.
Because
I
I
hope that you
feel like
understand. Hold on, wait, before you say something. But I hope you understand that this goes both ways. It's not just because men understand it more so, and that's why it's just like he's not projecting it to a man, but men know like women are gonna compete too. Women out there, you have just like he said, it's 70 niggas in your DMs saying, "Oh, I'm trying to do whatever. I could take care of you." All this other stuff, so that they have the opportunity to crack it. You get what I'm saying? So it is a double standard in both sides, but it's at the same time, it's like, what are we gonna let go a person for? Because oh, you entertaining some nigga in the DMs, or because he stepped out one time for that night, but he comes back and he makes sure that everything is taken care of, or she comes back and she cooking, cleaning, and all the other shit.
Hey man, you got the keys, you got the kids, you got the house. She just get a dick.
You know what I'm saying?
do you really think that? Or talk,
I'm
oh, I
fairly
don't know.
certain
I
that's what's
just feel
happening.
Yeah,
like
because like even when you get older, it's certain things that you're gonna have to go through. Like for a man, erectile dysfunction may be a problem. Like you might have a prostate issue. The nigga might not be able to do some shit. So what you gonna do? If the nigga is like, okay, well, shit, I'm down bad, and he can't take it like on the chin, like, okay, I've been down bad for X amount of months. She needs some shit. She don't did what
Well,
she needed to do, but she's still right here. Same vice versa. Women won't take it on the chin as gracefully as that. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's the
Y'all making
ego.
it
well,
personal.
It's the
It's like,
ego.
oh, well, this nigga's out here ravaging her shit, and it's not for
Right.
me.
But then it'll be like, oh no, you would have got an ugly bitch.
Yeah. Why have
I
to
feel like
be
it
her?
just really
Okay.
boils down to the emotional toll
Mm-hmm.
that it takes on you for someone. Because cheating is like when you enter in a relationship, it's basically like a contract. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we're here, we're exclusive, this is what we're doing. So
Right.
for something to classify as cheating, it's you being deceptive, you being sneaky, and it's like at the end of the day, you don't know when they're being genuine anymore. It distorts your perspective on that person.
Well,
And
I
and
think
that's what makes you have to separate yourself for me.
I would
But
say
you
this,
ask yourself,
Zaria.
have you thought like, oh, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Uh,
Because I wanted to
did you
say,
ever think?
go ahead, go ahead.
Did you ever think to yourself that you can't fully trust everybody in there, like anybody in the world, for one, but also, do you think that you and whoever are meant to be together forever, just you two, and it'll never change? Because the shit changes over time,
Yeah, of
and
And
course.
when
I
things
get that.
change,
It can change,
that's
do
when
what?
you
but
break.
No, but that's the
but
thing.
the deceptive part, if it's gonna
Mm,
change, say something to me. We can have the conversation.
So let's
mm.
be real. If they were to
But
be like,
if they
go ahead. So let's just
if they were to have the conversation with you, say I want something on the side, or I'm gonna do A, B, and C, Wednesday and Thursday, and I'm gonna come back, but I'm gonna do this Wednesday and
yeah.
Thursday.
Would you be really
Are you
receptive
going
to
to?
it?
Are you saying? Are you
No, I
gonna?
wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I
So
wouldn't be okay
that's
with
why
that.
people
But
choose to
I
be
should have
deceptive.
So that
I
is
That's
should
why
why.
people
have
choose to be deceptive
I know.
because why
you
fuck
know
up what
yeah, but
something good
you
for a
know, but it's
sample?
not right. I should be able to have the choice to not be
Yeah.
okay with that. For
Yeah,
you
like
to just
you
be
have
like,
to.
okay, I'm gonna cheat. I want something. I'm just gonna go out here and do it. That's not fair to me
Me,
because
well,
that's not
that's
what I
human
agreed
nature.
upon.
Like that's
But see,
If
that's
you want
also,
something else,
but
you want to
that's,
go do
but
something
that's
else, go
also,
do it.
but this is what we're trying to say. So you're saying it's not fair to you, but
Yeah,
it's you're making it about you. See, that's what he's saying. He chose to
I'm a
make it.
part of the.
But
I'm
wait,
part of the
pause.
discussion.
Wait, let me finish. Let me land the plane because you're jumping. But that's what I'm
But
saying. Like he gave you the opportunity, but then you're like, okay, well now that I've gotten the opportunity, I'm just going to jump ship. But it's like, okay, but I still feel some type of way. But obviously we're having issues. You know what I'm saying? You're not addressing the issues. Like if the whole conversation is these are our issues, right? And it's just like we've been X amount of time, and I'm like, I want to do this. You're just like, I'm not receptive to it. It's over. So then that's when people choose to be deceptive because it's like, okay, I see an issue we could fix, but then why fuck it up by telling you I'm going to go do something that you're obviously not going to like, and then I could just get it out the way. Wait. Because then you don't know about it at all. I'm now that issue is no longer a problem for the both of us because it's not on my mind. You don't have to think about it. The only thing is you're gonna go digging and looking for it, and that's where I have the issue. Is everybody's looking for somebody doing something wrong so they can be mad
man.
about it. Why the fuck do
That's
you
what I
need to
said.
find out?
Look,
You don't even need to fucking know. Just shut the hell up. Stop
you
looking
really
for
don't
the
need to
shit.
know.
You don't
Because
need
like
to.
even when I get asked, like it, and I mean like private relationship, been in a relationship for what it's about to be 9 years now. Can I go through your phone? Oh, you must want to cry today. Like I mean, it's not that I'm not doing nothing bad, but like if my phone, you would hold my phone like this if you saw what was in my phone. So no, you don't want to go through my phone. Okay, but it's why do you need this?
Yeah, why
But
did yeah, what satisfaction other than okay, you're doing exactly what I was
but
like
see
like
what
tripping
what
about.
I what I will say though is like men are a lot more stoic, and they'll take some shit to the chin. They'll take a kick in the teeth, but a woman, that ego will be so hurt because she's just like, you went and betrayed me in this way of all ways. But what they don't understand is the variety that it's like a instinct for a man to want, like,
Sound
something
like
new
tough
all the
out.
time. But
Mm.
a woman thinks, okay, I can satisfy my man. Oh yeah, he don't need to do all this shit. But lady, you can you can do everything that he asked you to do. Put on a wig and role play and transform into a new motherfucker. Show up to his house in some trench coat and some heels.
Very descriptive. Come
Swing
on.
from the chandelier. What
Let him
lay down on the bed
let
and
him
let him
cook.
shove it in your mouth and do the hokey pokey, and you turn yourself around and you still don't cheat on your ass. So
This is I feel
Yeah,
like this
he
conversation
still don't cheat.
it don't matter what you do.
And
It
then
don't matter what
but
you
your
do.
mind still be running.
So,
Yeah,
I
yes,
because you're like he laying on me
but
this
it's a
good.
minute because
Got to be
listen,
somebody else.
listen.
oh man, y'all.
But y'all telling me that I need to stay single because I feel like I'm crazy enough where my emotions will get the best of me. And nobody needs to like if a nigga's cheating on me, I don't need to do that. Y'all make it seem like it's inevitable for a nigga to be cheating. I'll
It's
be
No,
without
inevitable
that.
for anybody.
I'll be
listen. This is
without
what I'm saying. Like the thing
cheat
is,
on
if
me.
you're gonna do 20 years with anybody, You need to expect all of the bad things to happen and not be
Yeah.
so afraid that you're gonna end your fucking relationship because one of the bad things that is gonna come up. Like it's just like nigga, you know it's gonna fucking rain. Go outside with a fucking umbrella. Why the fuck are you
Right.
out here being like, oh no, it rained on me, my day is over? No, you didn't melt.
Right.
This ain't you
Nobody
ain't.
told me that it was gonna be like this. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That's the issue though. And that's why people can't get into long term relationships because it's just like you're expecting perfection and you're not even perfect as a person. Most people aren't fucking perfect.
If I can be in a long term relationship without cheating, why is it so hard for a man?
Have you ever been in a 20-year relationship?
I wouldn't be cheating.
Have you ever been in a 20-year
Okay.
relationship?
You
And
don't know that until you're standing in the situation
Yeah.
of a 20-year relationship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
So
you
so it could it like and sometimes you could be covertly cheating and not even know it.
Mhm.
It's just like it happens when you least expect it. It's not gonna just be like you wake up one day and be like, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna cheat today. No, like it's a build up over time for one. But if you've been in a relationship for 6 months, a year, maybe 3 years, okay, yeah, we understand. Yeah, you're not going to do it. But
yeah,
after a decade, after 20, man, look,
you don't thought
you
about it, you don't planned it, everything.
you show me 10 men or women that says they would never cheat on their partner if given the opportunity, and I will show you 10 liars. I'm gonna show you 10 liars.
I feel
Because
like what we're
if
describing is just a lack of communication.
No, it's
Like
not
they're
though.
getting on
But
your fucking nerves that
well,
bad,
no, no,
but
no,
look,
if
and
it
you're just
no
not saying
no
anything. You're just like,
no
I'm
if
gonna
it,
ignore it, and I'm just
it
planning my
no
escape. We're
what
not gonna
what
talk
Nina
about it.
no
it's
lack of communication. I'm gonna touch on the lack of communication then,
there we go.
because lack of communication, he could say, hey, yo, Zaria, I need this from you. Like, these are my needs sexually or emotionally that I need from you. And you'll be like, okay, well, we'll try to make that work. But you'll put in a little bit of effort for the first month or so, and then the effort dies off, and we keep having to revisit and reopen cases. So now it's just like, okay, damn, like, do I keep dealing with this, or do I just go and
sound like you should
get
go.
this really quick and then come back like nothing happened? Because I mean, I don't. You expecting somebody to deal with, the woes of your personal life and not like not
Mm-hmm.
communicating it.
Mm-hmm.
Say like, oh, well, I'm going through something right now. I ain't feeling it. Or I gained too much weight. I don't feel sexy. So, lady, I still have needs. Like, what the fuck? So now I gotta sit here and wait, and that's another thing that lack of communication with the withholding sex comes into lack of communication, and it happens. They'll be like, "Oh man, now this nigga pissed me off this morning, and he think this shit over. No, he ain't getting no teeth for 3 weeks.
It'd be that
Okay,
easy.
good luck." Because like when you withdraw like that, and then you like we supposed to be locked in. You my person, I'm your person, and you deprive me of that need or any other need. I'm just like, well, why am I locked in with you right now?
Okay, let
Like
me. So
you won't even try to participate because you angry. Like, oh, go ahead.
because what they'll say is if they saying that something has bothered them and that's why they're never in a mood, and you're not trying to fix that problem, how is that like? So you're saying if the dude he has these problems and the woman isn't fixing it, then he has the right to go cheat, right? That's what you're saying.
No, no,
after
no.
after attempts have been made,
So listen,
then
this
yeah,
is
because it's not no
You ain't making no
immediately.
hold
Oh,
on.
sense.
well,
Oh,
no,
oh, oh, hold on. Oh,
no.
let me say it for a second because this is the disparity of like the double standard. I'll try to say it in a way that women will
It's
understand it. So
palatable for the.
yeah, so for ladies, like when you're like communicating to a man, like he's not effectively communicating in the style that you need to feel like whole in a relationship. Like let's say you need words of affirmation or you needed like the physical touch, so you want him to come close more often. But you don't communicate that directly because you expect him to know it because y'all been dealing with each other for a bit of time. So when that goes on, you're expecting him to catch on to the hints, to the social cues, right? And you've already said that, okay, this is what I need, but it's like you don't want to feel like you're just nagging or saying it too overtly, so that way it's like, okay, you're giving up all the power. So the same as what he's saying is he has needs that he's been asking for. Now, you haven't even addressed it because you have your own issues going on and you put what he's been telling you on the back burner. So, what he's saying is he's a person too. He has needs. So, while you're going through your shit, he still has urges and needs and desires as well. So, while you're going through that, he's just going to take care of that so that way you're not like, he's not bothering you or making you feel like you have been like put a extra weight on you. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go take care of that weight over there. We're gonna put this bag on this other motherfucker, and then after that bag is taken out, the trash is done. Now I'm coming back over here, clean, fresh, scented bags is put up in the house. Everybody's happy. But now you now, but yeah,
Why does he all want me like this?
and then now you're like, but then you're like, wait a minute, why this nigga take out the trash and then you go on and digging in the trash to find out what was in there? And yes, it's a used condom wrapper in that motherfucker.
Okay, so I just thought a scenario came to me. So it's like, y'all are together, you have kids. Obviously,
Mm-hmm.
after she gives birth to the child, she has to take a break from
Wow,
that.
recover.
Right.
Yes. So so you're gonna go and sleep with someone else while she's
I
recovering?
didn't say I would just go. And I mean, honestly, it really depends on the woman because it's a lot of these women, and I'll just be honest from my own personal experience. I've seen women pregnant and right after throwing it back for niggas they don't know. And I'm that nigga they don't know.
Running after the pregnancy says positive. Like so
So that's
after
what I'm
delivery,
saying. Like,
they
but that's what I'm saying to you too, though. In those moments where you need to take a break, you should be able to like, okay, reasonably, I can't do this physically right now. If the nigga is really like, and your neck ain't doing it and all of that shit, just be understanding and not be trying to be so controlling that nigga he got to put his shit in the dirt. He got to put his shit
not
in
the
the dirt.
nutrition.
Okay.
You can't eat like it's crazy. A nigga
Because
can't
that's
eat
how, but that's what I'm saying. The same discretion. I'm saying the same discretion would be for a man who can't get his shit up for a second. Like let's say he
Right.
went through it. He like anything. He could have had an accident. Like same paraplegic type situation. He fucking up. He putting on the wrong pants. All these things that also affect the man blood flow. Okay, so if he got to put his shit on pause, he should be understanding enough that like, look, I can't crack her back right now. So if Tim did that shit, that's okay today. But that nigga better never do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all better give them they one and done for the year and let them go.
If they all pass.
Yeah, give them their little shit. But I'm trying to have equity with it because I'm not trying to tell you that it should be a woman should take the hit. Everybody should be like your relationship should always be bigger than a fucking infidelity. That's why they say through sickness and health, through richer or poor, and y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna get through none of that shit. That's the point.
Because
You ain't
like
never gonna get through
nowadays,
it.
the reason why is because of nowadays it's easier it's easy to go and date immediately nowadays. They're like, okay, I can find another nigga, fuck it,
Yeah,
But
because you can.
back then, like back then, those vows meant something. So, perfect example. I'm not gonna say who this is, but Nikki, you probably already know who it is. But older woman, man. It came up in a conversation between the two of us, and she said, "Look, man, like back then, I loved my husband, but he cheated on me so bad I couldn't take it, man. But I knew that he was gonna be right back here and take care of my kids and take care of this house. My kids came from a good home, so I really just had to suck it up." Her mom told her when she was younger, dealing with it, man, you better suck this up because a man gonna be a man. And I'm not saying it is right.
I've been cheating too.
Do what?
I said I've been cheating too. Anybody finna be
I mean,
cheating
well,
on
she
me?
claims that she never did, but she's not a very credible source sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know what I'm saying? But she
Um,
just probably feel like she didn't get the hit back. But that's what I'm saying. Like you make it
yeah,
so personal. Like it's like, oh, it's
right.
against me, and it's just like it's not.
And
That's
it's
what I'm
not.
saying. Like it shouldn't be that. But that's why I'm like, And that's fine. If you feel like that, that's fine. You should not
Yeah.
pursue long term relationships at
And
all.
some
Stop
and
it.
some women feel like they're like a failure in
That's
their
right. Okay.
relationship because that happens. It's like, what did I do? Like, what could I have done differently? But I mean, at most of the time, it's not. It's never about you.
Yeah, it's not. And
It's not that they're not attracted to you. It's not that they don't love you. It's not about none of that.
yeah.
And but like you laugh, but that's that's one thing that is hard for
I don't
women to
know,
understand
but
about men, though.
it's good for the men out there that I'm not actively trying to pursue a long term
Oh
relationship.
my
So it is what it
gosh.
is. I know myself, and I know what I wouldn't like. I know that I get the when I get mad, I get mad, and that's some shit that I don't think I would ever forgive. I
Yeah,
would, even if I'm still around, I feel like it's life will never be the same. Life will never be the same
yeah.
for us. We might
I
as well
mean,
get
but
divorced.
and that's what I thought about. Like, cause like my relationship, what is well 9 8 9 years. I don't even remember now. It's been so long. But there were like my sex drive was considerably higher. So I get highest men every couple weeks, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And oh well, this is going on. I gained a little weight. I'm depressed right now. Okay, well let's like okay, I need you to voice that to me. What's going on? Do you need some time? But I dealt with that for a while. But I mean, I was understanding because like the one thing I refuse to do is be the person that champions for people who don't cheat, but then go cheat. Like, but it's difficult for the man if you do that. It really is because a motherfucker will do that. Like they'll be like, okay, well this motherfucker gonna wait. Goddamn it, whether you like it or not. But
I don't know. I haven't experienced a relationship where sex was an issue. It was never an issue in any of my relationships. The problem was always financial or
Well, see, but then that's also where you felt like that was the issue because even with the financial thing, it's like you have to give people time because financials always rise and fall just like stock prices. You feel what I'm saying? People
they
are
do.
go.
But there's a
It's
okay.
but you have hold up, wait before you try to interject because to really be real on the financial tip, like as far as life goes, you got to do it over like a 5 year plan. If they're down bad for 5 years plus, then that's when you know. But if you need immediate answers, then that's when you shouldn't have been in that type of like particular relationship. If
No,
you
it
needed
wasn't.
somebody that was more stable as well, then that's when you kind of and this is where everybody gets all like upset. You need to date somebody more established, so that means going older.
It wasn't them type of financial problems. It was when there were like there was highs, there were lows. But when there was times where we needed the money to go certain places, they were putting it in other places where it didn't belong. So I won't say that not that they were broke as hell. They just weren't putting the money in places where it should have been
they weren't
going.
allocating it the way that
Yeah,
it
Okay, but
would
hold
be
up. You about to
expected.
prove my point right here. How old were they when this relationship was going on? How
3 years
old?
older than me.
How old were they? That's I'm just asking their age. I'm not asking
At the
like,
time of the
yeah,
events.
at the time of the events. How old were they? How old?
28.
28. Okay. And how long had you been dating them for when the trouble started to happen?
6 years. Well, 5.5 years.
So that's what I'm
When did you
saying.
notice those?
So it was
Go ahead.
5 years while it was good, right?
It was decent.
But again, it was good until it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
But it,
Mhm.
it, it took a 5 year time period and then it was a fall. But that's what I'm saying. You didn't wait for it to level out or to go back up because again,
Oh,
it's something that's going to have to fall. It's not always
we
going to
made
be up.
we made a plan. He wasn't sticking to the plan, so it is what it is. Also, I didn't break up with him. He broke up with me. I was gonna stay. So
All I'm saying is, and I respect it. I respect it. You stuck it out. I respect you for it.
You fought
What?
well.
Yeah. What I'm saying is though,
him coming back.
it didn't get the chance to get back up. And I mean, I'm pretty sure his
Well,
like his own head because all of that probably if he was doing that for 5 years and it's all gone, it probably was like I don't want to be around showing you my worst version of myself.
Right.
You know, because he probably felt lesser than at that point.
he couldn't take care of me, and he didn't want to lose everything with me there. And I was like, okay, guess I go.
Man.
Never look back because I didn't. To me, I said, let's talk about it and let's figure out how we're gonna get this shit right.
Mhm.
He said, go back to your mama house.
Go
We
back
put
to
back
your
to my
mama
mama house.
house.
I went.
Get the
Oh,
fuck out of here.
And back to my mother house I went. He probably watching my stream right now.
Damn. What up, Rachel Laverne?
I no, not she. He, not
Oh,
my mom watching my stream. I'm talking about him. Dude,
Dooley.
the dude. He probably watching my stream right now.
So we did take a wild tangent, but I'm glad that we had that conversation
yeah,
because
that
it
was a
is
hard left, but
it was a
yeah.
hard left. Zaria, you got anything else you want to say? Because you still had some more facial expressions over there. Let's make sure you got
Yeah,
everything
my
out of
bad.
there.
Sorry, goddamn.
She was about to, yeah, she was like, I can't stand these ninjas. They're out here saying,
No,
these
I'm
ninjas,
just trying to
they're like,
get the whole,
but see, listen, so
get the full
let
understanding.
me tie back one more thing too, and this is something like y'all don't realize, and this is where it's like an issue for me, and it's so effed up. But some of y'all take y'all words and say y'all bowed out, and that's only a seasonal thing. But do y'all know that statistically there are always going to be more women being born than there are men? We don't have any control over it until they start making these designer babies. But there's still today in America, on average, 5 women to every one man. So even if you didn't listen,
Are you
wait.
sure that's the world or is that
No,
Atlanta?
in America, America's average is five women to one man. So that's why this is the problem, right? Because even if you thought you was gonna find your one, you just deprived 4 other women of ever having a chance to get love at all. So then it's just like wait, Nikki, because then that's like then you have to think about it like this. Then there's the women who is going to be cutthroat enough to know they got to compete because they're like, fuck
Take
this.
your one.
Yeah, they're like, fuck this, because like the pickings are getting slim, and then the
Yeah.
other problem is the older we get, the less of us niggas is around, because dudes die way more than y'all ladies. So by the time 20 starts happening, that's where the options really start slimming the fuck down.
Yeah.
Because between 20 and 50 years old, we die the fuck out.
Yeah, but also if they'll those those competitors or those contenders will come a knocking at their job and at the gas station, the local Walgreens, everywhere they see them. If they, especially if they see the man in his habitat with you,
Mm-hmm.
like if you guys have kids, that's a real father right there.
Yeah,
Playing
Mm.
with his kids and things like those are the qualities that they're gonna look for.
I'm
So if
telling
they
you.
see stuff like that, they're like, damn, like
Oh, and then
who's
hold up.
somebody
Let me
that
before the day ends, I gotta shout out my best friend. Shout out to my bestie, Gabby. It's her birthday today. So happy birthday to Gabs, everybody, if y'all
birthday,
could.
Gabby?
And
Happy birthday.
it's gonna spin back into what he was just saying because my god kids, her children, right? I get more ass when I go over to their birthday parties because I just like they just act like I'm their father. You know what I'm saying? Kids is running around, jumping on me and stuff. I bag so many women just being at that event. You feel what I'm saying?
They
And they
they
just
they, they marvel at father figures, or they like this could be a potential suitor to give me a child to house. So like that's like number one thing for them, that insecurity. So if they see that you have that and the pickings are so like the supply is scarce, they're going to infiltrate your domain and take that man.
yeah. And I
Imagine,
mean,
And
like,
it
What about
sounds
that?
do what?
I said, imagine risking your life.
Right.
risking your life.
That's crazy, right?
But the funny thing is, y'all act like that, but some of y'all don't be afraid of these other joints. And I be funny. It'd be funny to me because it's even been times where like women will like same, and I'm airing my own self out because it's my own personal business. Same event, right? 2 women there knew that they had feelings, so they was about to. It was about to be a cat and mouse. One of them had a child there. Child was had to hold the mama back. It was bad. It was bad.
They don't care about the child
Yeah.
at that point. It ain't my kid. And even if it was, my kid fighting with me too. They
yeah.
don't care about the kids. They don't care about the venue, the whole venue. They'll knock all that shit over. Venue will get destroyed. Okay, like yeah. So
That's
yeah,
that's
when you say some of them ain't scared, look, yeah, they ain't.
They're not.
Like the split second they see something is amiss, they gonna take action. And it shouldn't be that way. You know, people should love their person, be with their person. Okay, Zaria, I see you. This that was for you. Okay,
Huh?
like they should love their person and be with their
Yeah,
person.
you hear that?
Yeah.
But
Stay faithful and all that.
but
But we live in
unfortunately,
reality.
But yeah, but unfortunately,
All I
me
know
just
is if I've been faithful and I find out a man is cheating, snapped.
oh yeah,
But
Snapped.
see, okay, so but
Because
this
it's
is
someone
again,
out there that
this
hurts
is
one
where
person the same way that I do.
but this is also where
but
the institute of what faithful is, because if to him you even talking to these entertaining these niggas, just like how you have that TikTok video of you entertaining these other niggas in the world, if that is enough for them to be upset, it's just it's the same thing. It's like a micro cheat on a
yeah.
different scale.
Yeah, you're
That's
right.
that's something that's on display when you first meet me. That's something that if we talk
Yeah.
about it, you say you don't like it, and we when we first get to know each other, and I say this is something I'm gonna do. Why you still talking to me?
Okay, so
So what you're saying is you're not gonna be accountable. You're just gonna tell that nigga to be kick rocks
That's
because that's who I am.
if it's something that's discussed when we first start talking, I'm gonna tell him it's not something that's about to change. And if he wants to deal with it, then he can't. If he don't want to deal with it, then he could kick rocks. Like that's something I can understand if I was in a relationship, then I start doing that while I'm in the relationship.
Right.
Mhm.
But this is something probably not that video. I wouldn't do that. How I did the video, I wouldn't do that. But as far as entertaining it is, I'm a streamer.
Now I'm a
Niggas gonna be
dreamer.
entertained.
Entertainment's kind of my thing.
Yeah, but see, even
Yeah.
with that though, okay, so this is the problem with that, right? Everybody says like, yeah, that's gonna be my bag, that's gonna be my bag, right? If you really think about it, you have to have a bigger plan. Because if you think about it like this, Nicki Minaj, even though she just got arrested, how much performing is she fucking doing? Not a lot.
She got arrested.
Yeah, she got arrested, you know,
Yeah, she got arrested for
for
having
drug
weed in her.
trafficking.
Yeah.
She's selling drugs.
No,
Nicki,
she had weed on her and she was crawling to get about to board a plane.
Weed.
So that's why they said that's why they said it was drug trafficking because she was trying to take it overseas.
Mm-hmm.
it was her weed though, it
They
was for
slapped
her.
that though.
Yeah,
Okay.
but no, but you gotta think about it like this. Rihanna, how much shows is she doing now? She's not doing nothing. You have to
So
think it's a plateau. You get to a certain place and you need to stop performing. Like all of this service that you're doing to people, it's gonna have to end eventually. You feel what I'm saying?
it
Like, but you're talking
it's
about it
not
like
gonna
that's the
be
longevity of your life, and that's
no
what I'm
no no.
saying. Like,
I'm not saying it's longevity of my life. It's just not about to end anytime soon.
but see,
So if a man
hold on.
talking to me today saying, "Can you stop doing this?" I ain't about to stop.
But see, this is where I think it ties back to even to the marriage point, right? We don't think about the point that all of this shit is not gonna be keeping up for forever. You're not gonna be the baddest version of yourself. You're not gonna be, you're not gonna be talking to everybody all the time. Like even if and I'm just gonna make it personal for you right fast, Nikki. You think in 40 years you're gonna be barking for the people?
No, not in 40 years.
It's exactly what I'm talking about though.
But I
But
ain't
you
40
you
years
know what I'm
old.
saying? Like, cause like if that becomes who you are, then like when your kids they be like, Mommy's gonna bark for us. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? You my kids. I ain't barking for y'all little niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Work
Like
for me. Earn your keep.
The thing is, like I'm saying, it's not something that's about to stop immediately, and it's something that's gonna have to be dealt with if I'm dating in it near any time soon,
Yeah.
near
but no,
future.
no, no. But listen, that's what I'm saying. So long term though, if you were feeling him enough that y'all had that conversation and he brought it up, you're just like, well, nigga, it's not going to change. But I'm like, okay, you should have had a plan and been like, okay, well, look, in X amount of years, I'm not going to be doing this. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to have an extra strategy. Like, that's the real conversation. That's keeping it player for real. But you're like, well, fuck no, nigga, because you just expected me to change my life right now for you. Nah, it's a conversation. Like, well, I don't plan on, barking and shit for forever. So, by this time I'm gonna be done with it. So maybe if that's what you really feeling, like we can, talk about
We
it.
can revisit it at that time.
Exactly. Negotiations.
Uh,
You don't know how to bring or put nothing down on the table, and you like, nigga, I'm taking everything
You
up
don't
off of it.
negotiate with your person.
You say, nigga, you said one thing is wrong. Fuck the contract. Burn that bitch to the grizzle.
Yeah.
I'm like, I ain't with that shit. But I'm not about to stop it anytime soon. So it is what it is. And also, I feel like it's dependent. Right now, I don't have kids. I don't know how having a kid would affect
Yeah, you
how
still got
me
the dog.
spending
But see,
time.
this is what I'm saying, and this is where we as Americans have a problem, right? You're being reactive to your life. Be proactive. Get in front of it. Don't let, oh, I just caught a kid. Now I got to figure out what life is like when I have a kid. Have a plan for when you have a kid so that when the kid pop up, you're like, okay, well, I can do X, Y, Z. This shit really don't work, so I don't have to do that shit no more. You know what I mean? Instead of being like, well, now I got the kid. Now I got to put the list together. This little nigga don't like pizza, so we taking pizza off the list forever. I ain't eating pizza for the next 20 years.
It ain't something I'm doing right now. I don't do anything that people do to get children. I don't currently engage in those activities. So, the chances of me having a child in these moments is very slim.
It only take one time though.
Very slim.
It only
Yeah, it
take
don't take
one
much
time.
time. But you know what works zero times. I ain't got to worry about it. No
You ain't no
time.
virgin.
Mhm.
You ain't
I
never
ain't
been
no
a
virgin.
virgin.
I'm a virgin for the month of May.
Born again for the month of May.
You
Okay.
still got 4 days. You got some days to eke one out.
So I know I'm good next month. Period. Ain't got to worry about no children.
Okay. Nikki, you still got your questions for the. So we're gonna spin it back, y'all, to the parasocial groups because yeah, we took a deep in on the what what
Yeah.
what is a good stability for relationships. I say that.
Oh, that's like my question. I said, "Mom's what boundaries need to be put in place to keep parasocial relationships from getting ahead?" Same question. You just use less words.
Lovely guest, y'all got any answers for?
Certain boundaries.
This is a crazy question because I feel like what we do, Juice and I, well, the streaming part,
Hmm.
it's like it's a lot of parasocial. It's like a lot of
Micro
relation,
groups.
yeah, micro groups and things that could come from that. So,
Yeah.
I think that one of the things is you gotta set the boundaries for real. People even now they try to be too into your personal life, so you gotta draw the line. Like, hey, like you being too nosy.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I don't share all the information with people or shit like that
Oh yeah. Um,
because
I was
people think that
gonna
they spent
kind of
X
say too.
amount of hours watching your stream that
They think that
they
they know you on a day to day basis because
yeah,
they watch you for so long.
yeah, or or they
Yeah.
feel like they know you for real.
It
Yeah.
is funny because that's why particularly I don't put my actual name out there, and I like it to like the superhero like secret identity type thing, but honestly only because like O was saying earlier, what people do with like just a little bit of your information when they
Are you talking about
yeah.
okay, this is confusion here. I'm sorry.
I just call him O because I didn't I ain't,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be rude, but I didn't remember the full name and I didn't want to butcher nobody's name.
Oh, Ryan.
Oh Ryan.
There we go.
You should come
Oh
Ryan.
Ryan.
But you had me thinking about. I thought you was like saying, "Oh, like
Listen, I remember the letter, and listen, Zarya. That's a unique name. It just popped out to me. I'm sorry. I'm not. It takes me a minute. It takes me a minute. Orion, I apologize, but that's who I'm referring to.
okay."
And now, what was I saying? I don't lost my whole point.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about "Oh" from the Fold
Uh,
Fold.
Superhero Clark Kent, secret
Okay, so
identity.
yes. So I akin it to that because people would take because like if you go back to like everybody hates cats. Like they found that man just because they knew the fucking outlet he had in the back wall and shit. So it just takes that much for people to find out where you live and all that other kind of shit. And I'm just like, I got family and shit that, they don't want to be involved in like a public space. So I protect them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very much about my family. You feel me? So that's why I take it like that. But it's also like I don't want to be like a troll or anything. But then also people feel like like they get to know my name and they're like, oh well, they can just go out calling me that shit. You don't fucking know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
And then especially when they think that they like funny or something, or they probably try to be attracted to you, so they think they doing something cute. But that shit ain't cute. Shit is not cute.
But yeah, those boundaries is I would second that one exactly because I am a very private person, so I don't like people knowing like even where I work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if I shit, where was I? It was my favorite restaurant actually. I was invited there by a friend, but there were other people there, and then one of them asked me, what do you do?" It's an icebreaker.
Hmm.
For people to get to know you a little
Right.
better.
This that small talk.
But if you ask me what I do, it's just like asking me who I voted for. Like, don't ask me that.
Hmm.
Like, and it's not no big secret, but it's just like that's my personal business. Like, it's goes back to the why do you need this
Hmm.
thing. So it's they don't need it. So why ask for it? Why it's a otherness between needing and wanting to know something.
Hmm.
Like if you need this senseless information, you're probably trying to find something that's not your business anyway. So yeah, I second that.
I was about to say that's also where I feel like because it was when I was younger. It's like you never asked anybody about how much they made and stuff like that. Where now nigga, that's like second date conversation. If you're not making more than
Absolutely
eight,
volunteer that.
yeah, like you making more than 80K or all of that. I'm like, motherfucker, it don't matter as long as you know I could provide. If we going on whatever, because at this point we only going on dates. So if you know I'm getting your ass to and from this motherfucker, the check
To
is
and fro.
paid. Exactly, you good. All right, don't
Mind
fucking
your
worry about it.
business.
Yeah.
It's mind your motherfucking business. Don't worry
All you
about.
need to know is it's not legal. It may not be legal.
Yeah,
It
you know what I'm
may
saying.
illegal,
No,
and
because
nobody gonna come spray us down. So look,
Yeah.
just you're safe here.
that's what I
That's
was
all you
about.
need to know.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, but I also feel like it's disrespectful because it's like just like I was saying to Nikki earlier, you don't know where the ebbs and the flows are. Like if, and I'm just saying it from like an entrepreneur standpoint. Like if business ain't doing well that one year, you know, it might not look good. But then you could have an up year, or for example, if you work in sales and like you get bonus checks or whatever, you getting a standard pay, but you live in ends meet. But then you survive off the bonus for like to splurge, then it's not going to look the same. And it's always by how work is involved in it. So it's just like to look for this dollar amount and then expect that there's going to be an available amount of funds for you to, latch onto. You need to shut that shit up too, because you don't know what the fuck they do with their money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
There's
Because
a heavy dependency on those. Oh, sorry to cut you off
no, you
on
good.
sales jobs.
Hmm.
People,
It's a
but
mental
that's how they reel
attachment.
you
One
in,
year
though.
they making, one year they making 80,000. The next year they making 40,000.
Yeah,
It's
but I mean
crazy.
that's perfectly fine. But they reel you in with the whole, oh yeah, man, you could they could,
Yeah,
but
you
they'll
could.
skate over that word. They'll say it as
But
quick as they
they
can.
can
Oh, you
tell
can make
you
this much. You can make $50,000 this month.
And we got this signing bonus. You get the bonus
Right,
on there.
the sign-on bonus. Yeah,
Hmm.
but then you get in there, you can't sell no cars, you can't sell no couches,
You
you
got
can't you
to
can't sell no
you got
mattresses,
to sell
and now you looking
vacuums.
at them like, I thought you said that I could make 60K.
Yeah, sell these vacuums and it will level you up to TVs. Level me
No,
up.
but no, but you gotta upsell this with it. You gotta add the fireplace in there, and then you gotta toss a little Persian rug on it.
And you better make
Ooh,
sure.
man.
You better make sure they get that washing machine. If they don't get the set, you ain't doing it right.
Right, and it gotta be the LG. It gotta be the LG if they want to get the promotion. Like it's just I wouldn't depend on it. And I always tell people I wouldn't say that those sales jobs are bullshit, but I mean they kind of are.
Well, I mean, it gives you some life lessons if you're gonna go into business for yourself. You do got to be that
Oh
kind of
yeah,
adamant. You know what
it
I mean?
teaches you how to. It hardens you
Mhm.
as far as rejection is
Oh, for
concerned.
sure.
But man, like I had so many friends working sales
Sorry,
jobs.
you
Hey
work
yo,
sales?
Orion,
Yeah.
can you buy
You
a
work
cell phone
sales?
this month? You want to buy a cell phone?
Oh,
Oh, you want to buy a computer?
I'm crying at this though.
What?
What
I'm just
happened?
crying at the
Oh,
conversation.
Oh, you
Like,
reel back in, y'all. Sorry.
yeah, because we
We
did take it off for a second. We was,
to 11.
huh? What you
I'm
say?
trying to. You got more questions?
I got more. I got more. You got more? Are you good? Okay. How do you feel that parasocial relationships impact our self worth? And as we compare ourselves to carefully curated personas and narratives presented by social media influencers and celebrities.
yeah.
No, I'm saying, how do you feel? How do you feel that we are influenced by it? or
What is the
how
question?
it affects our self worth. How does it affect
Oh,
your sense of self worth? Because you see these people on the internet, right? And you know that the
Okay.
content is curated. They probably scripted out. They probably said it 3 or 4 times before you even seen it.
Mhm.
But I'm saying, how do you feel like it affects people's sense of self worth now?
okay. I feel like sometimes it makes people. There's either way it could go. A lot of people um are saying goals and stuff when they don't know the
Let's say.
trials and tribulations going on in the
Yeah.
relationship or anything. I feel like it makes people feel like things have to be perfect when reality is not. So it's like setting the bar too high, too unrealistically high.
Yeah, I was kind of about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
so it affects it heavily, and the reason I say that is because, like he said, the people look perfect, their lives look perfect, the high rise apartment looks perfect, everything looks perfect, but it's just like now here you are, a regular civilian, just like why don't I have this? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, I mean, is my formula wrong to generate whatever income they're getting, or like, where are they getting this income from? You know, so now you're questioning not only yourself, like your person, you're questioning your professional prowess. You're questioning everything about your existence, like your surface level existence on this planet. It's just like, damn, like if they can do it, they're the same age as me. You know, they 26, I'm 26, and I ain't got shit to show for it. So it is now, it carries you into depression, and now you're just like, damn, like, is life even worth living? Like, if I can't live like this, so it affects our self, our sense of self heavily,
Mm.
because people, it's like your mood receptors in your mind, that are just like, this is the way things are supposed to be, and my life is not like this, so I'm at odds with myself, and I'm taking issue with everything that I'm doing, because even if I am going out there and working my ass off, I'm not doing enough, apparently, because this person said you're not doing enough. Get off your ass and do, like the guy on that Everest College commercial back then.
Oh shit,
Made
the
a lot of
Everest joint was
sense.
Sitting at
slit
home
though.
on the couch.
Oh,
It
he
had me
shamed
stressed with
us
age.
back into school, but it was just like, if he says that I'm not doing A, B, and C, and that is what's required for my life to propel in the direction I want it to go, I think I've failed at life, and that's what it ultimately gets
Boils
people
down
to the
to,
point of
yeah.
thinking that they failed. So it affects people heavily.
Sorry, how you
You
feel?
got anything? Yeah. Mm.
I agree. It can people only show you usually when they're posting on social media, they're showing you the end product. They're not including all of the
Mhm.
details, so it
All the
can
highlights.
affect the way people feel about their own situations and stuff like that.
And were you done talking or are we still going?
Yeah, I was done.
And also like a lot of that stuff is not even just like they're hiding the good part, they're straight up lying to you. Uh
The Lambos are rented.
I worked at a place
Yeah.
where they would rent. I used to work at a place where people would rent high end clothing. They would rent Gucci, Prada, all the name brand stuff, and they would send it back. They were renting this stuff so they could get on there and pretend to be somebody they're not, to be have the lifestyle blogs and act like they're popping more than they really are.
I'm about to say that's what's
Mhm.
keeping Nordstrom alive because they just like a Costco. They got lifetime returns, and you could just wear it a couple times and then send it back. But I'm about to say I got a two part for this part, right? Like back in the day, I feel like the best MTV Cribs was the Redman episode. Cause that
Yeah.
man didn't have no cut cards. He had already made millions of dollars, but he lived still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was glamorous in there. He didn't spend or splurge on nothing. It was nothing bullshit in his house. right? But people was trash talking him back then. Like they was trying to cancel his ass and all that. They didn't want him getting no more movies because they was like he's not living the life that he's supposed to. And I'm like, no, he's doing what's right. Like he's gonna have money for him and his kids forever. He didn't have to buy a big ass house. He already live in New York where it's already stupid ass expensive.
Super expensive.
Yeah, so he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay exactly where it's cool at, and I'm just gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? And then like I think that so this is the second part. I think that we got so caught up in trying to keep up with the fucking Joneses type shit because it's just like, what's the problem with being okay with being average and shit like that? That's another problem that I have with everybody. Everybody's looking to these celebrities like, well, their life is all like this. They get to go to this XYZ island. And I'm not saying don't travel and shit, but I'm just like, why you need to go to every place that they went to? You feel what I'm saying? Did you have all the funds to get there? At the same time, would it really have changed your life to go exactly where they went? Why don't you go somewhere different so you can have your own fucking story? You get what I'm saying? Like, why don't you do something different so that you can have a life that you can live, and then they might even want to know what your life was like because they never got to fucking try it. Not be a carbon copy of somebody else and shit like that. And then that's why I'm like, self worth is almost dead because so many people feed into it. Like, and I'm not trying to like attack anybody in particular, but you see it very heavily in our community, the black community, where we feed into a lot of the stereotypical shit. Okay, so go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was about to say, as soon as somebody starts trending, like even with the whole beef, the back and forth between the Kendrick and Drake, like Zari was talking about earlier, it was overplayed before that nigga came out with 3 songs in a week. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it really
It was like, it was done. Because like, even to this day, I really don't understand where it stemmed from because I thought it was it J. Cole and Drake at first? Who was it first? Huh?
What happened
I
was
don't even know. Like,
they were saying that it started where so J. Cole had a song or something where he said that there was the big three or something like that.
Okay.
And then Kendrick and he had in his song he was like, fuck the big three, it's just big me. And then so J. Cole made a diss record to that, but then he took it back and apologized for whatever reason. And then
Because J. Cole is trying to promote peace in the community and not
yeah.
Okay.
hate.
he should never did it in the first place. That's
Should
how
never.
I feel. Like he should never did it in the first place. Just now
So
putting it out there and apologizing is worse than just not doing it to me.
yeah.
Yeah, he
But
reneged.
I get that.
Looking
I
ugly.
get that.
So I've not heard any of these songs.
They
I
popping
just
though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The
I ain't
last
gonna lie.
two was hitting, boy.
I've,
I gotta
I've
they know
really
like
just I've heard of the I caught wind of the beef at work because it was just a huge topic at work.
Right.
But all of the from start to finish, any song that was released for this particular charade, I've not heard it yet.
I love how you said
Because
that. It's
because
charade.
because I don't subscribe to things like that. Like if I see something on social media like World Star Hip Hop or something, I'm gonna beep. Why am I seeing this? Beep report. Like get off of my stuff. So whenever I hear about it, I'm just like, why would these two people be? I mean, it would have to be them saying something in a song. But anyway, reeling it back into what he said about the black community with the
Falling into
what is right.
stereotypical
So
subliminal messaging. Excuse me.
right. The Jordans.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Shoes.
a very popular one
Mm-hmm.
that they that they fell victim to. But I've never owned a pair of Jordans before. So but I don't see the hype about it as a thing. I think it was just one of those things where somebody had them and they were like, oh well, I'm gonna get them too.
Yeah.
So they're just like
the hype is Jordan. I think the hype it started with it just being Jordan
No, no.
himself.
Listen, I can tell because they have 2 documentaries, and this is see y'all have to really think about it. Now, this is something I'm gonna sound like I'm going on a tangent, but this goes back to what I was talking about earlier, where they talk about like they have it's on YouTube, and they have a strategy on how to sell, and it's called "How to Sell to the Negro." All right, you can look it up at any time. It's a 45-minute video, and it's still proven to true to this day. But what they did is they made it exclusive, and they made it like an upper scale. So that's like the same thing. Like so, Jordan was when they first started making the Jordan brand, it was only at the baseline of $80, right? So So that's like how much they cost baseline. So they had, and then they started making three versions of it, so that they could change and adjust the price between $90 to $80, so that they could have a new platform. Right after they did that, I think 3 or 4 years, New Balance came out with the suede shoe, and then that became a hood formula for showing yourself as an upscale running shoe because it had suede on it. So then that took the price point up to $100. So it was a whole marketing scheme on how to push the price of something that was cheap as fuck shoes to a point where it was absolutely ridiculous. And now we live where shoes are damn near like a third of your paycheck just to get one
A
pair.
third. No, they have those pair that is like limited time pair that'll be like $4,000.
Didn't they do the same with diamonds? Diamonds aren't really as expensive as
It
they
don't
Yeah,
have
they're
diamonds.
not. Diamonds aren't unbreakable. None of the shit that you ever heard about is all propaganda.
Mm.
Like they're not the strongest stone. None of that. They can't cut through
Oh yeah,
everything.
they knock it up against something, drill it. They'll get the take a drill
That's so
Yeah.
crazy.
and break it off the damn well.
I'm glad you
You
had
know,
that on
get
hand.
through all that
Yeah.
shit. Like the
Oh,
phone cases and all that other shit.
I'm
Like
about to
that.
say by the end of the night, Orion, the chat is going to be trying to
What?
figure out what you are as a worker. They're going to be like, he a handyman. He a handyman. That's what he is. This nigga's Tommy from Martin. This nigga's Tommy.
Not a time. People be saying,
Whoever gets right in the chat gets $20.
I got you. I got you.
No,
You
not
can't
you. You don't
guess.
count. No,
You
you
can't
don't count
guess.
if you know.
I need 20s. I get
She
my money back
said.
for the tablet.
She said. He said, I'm trying to get a refund on this tablet tonight.
I don't regret my choice buying this tablet. It's been very helpful.
Craziness.
But it also hasn't been a long time, so
Go
we'll
sit
see.
beside that tablet, man.
The time is wrong on there, and I don't know how to change it, but I don't need it for the time.
That's part of that's the result of a $20 TikTok tablet.
Yeah. I'm about to say
Can't
you
buy
might as well got it from
anything.
Timu at this point.
If I
The
lived,
Timu tablet.
if I lived in a state over, a few states over, it would be the right time.
I
So
thought you were about to say if I outlive this tablet.
I
Come
won't tablet about it. We will see.
on, AliExpress.
I'm pretty sure all the stuff on TikTok is from AliExpress.
Might be.
I'm fairly certain.
I was gonna buy a whole bunch of stuff in bulk on AliExpress and sell it, but mm, the days of selling stuff out the trunk of your car is gone.
Well, nah, you can still sell some shit out the trunk. I'll be honest with you. I think it's going to come back right now because just like food trucks came out of nowhere. I feel like you could sell, nigga. If you do a food truck, because this is somebody was just pitching this to me, and nobody on the internet still this, but they trying to open up like a community outreach where they have like a arts and crafts little thing for like the kids so they can come up after school and like do different types of art that they like. So they'll have canvases and all that other kind of stuff, but they're gonna put it adjacent to a food truck so they can get free food as well while they're working on their art.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cute. I
Mhm.
mean, and the help right now where I there's cities in Texas where they about to stop giving the kids food at school.
Like free food?
Yeah, no, they're not gonna feed them no more.
Well, two schools in Texas is also going back to their original Confederate name and way of schooling too. That just happened this week.
I didn't even know that, but it's a school in one of the schools here. They mascot is the coons. The
Not
coons.
the coons.
Oh
Raccoons?
my god.
No,
Yes,
the
it's a
tar babies. Oh, I was about to say no, not those.
in a white neighborhood, so it's white people saying that they're the coons, but it's still crazy that there's a school with the mascot being the coons.
That's it. That is
I've
crazy.
not heard of this. I think I need to put my ear to the street again. I don't hear none of this.
Nah, I mean, listen, the world is a wild place. You know about I mean, I know you know about the what's it called? Like the identification crisis where everybody's identifying as like a doorknob and all this other shit. Did you hear about the
Oh,
young lady that they approved to be a cat at school and was peeing on other
Yeah,
people?
no, that's crazy. That's just, who
What? She
that's
don't what?
nonsense.
So they
peeing on
approved.
people peeing in the hallway.
Yeah,
She's a crazy
She was
Identifies.
approved. Yeah, she had.
No,
Go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead, tell her.
that's too much.
That's all I know. That she identifies as being a cat. She been going around peeing on people, peeing in the
That's
hallway.
too much.
People
Nah.
are the line
Yeah,
of
she
acceptance.
ain't got no cut cards. Her little thing, her little leg kick up. My thing is, why nobody beat her ass? See that, and that's a part of the shame culture. Because if she could have got it, see that's a.
Oh,
But somebody can pee on you, but you can't whoop their ass no more. That's a problem. People can
oh yeah,
just.
because she identifies as a cat. Cats don't know better.
And you can't beat a cat
Aww.
ass. I whoop. She'll lose one of them
You
nine
can beat
lives.
a proper cat
Yeah,
down.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
and
Oh,
pee
you
on
can
What they
her.
talking about is animal abuse.
do what?
I said
Right.
what
Call
they
Peter.
don't say about is animal
Okay,
abuse.
well then, see, but then that's when you start to identify as a bull dog, and then you bite that bitch back. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Motherfucker.
Tear that motherfucker.
No, I'm a pit bull now. Then if this bitch is a cat. I just wolfed out, motherfucker.
Cause that's crazy. Like I get when it's personal, you want to be called that, cool. But when it starts to affect other people, doing a little too
That's
much
what
now.
I say.
It can get
Just like
Yeah,
horrible.
like
I'm not. I'm
It
not
get
gonna
real
play
bad.
pretend with you, okay?
yeah, like I'm not gonna come over.
Like,
Oh, you
That
have
can get
cat.
horrible.
Like, what are we supposed to
what?
do? Supposed to pet you and shit? I'm not petting you at class. Like, none of that shit. I'm gonna do my fucking work and go home. Not gonna be entertaining you. And if you raise your fucking quote unquote paw and you start meowing, I'm gonna be fucking mad.
My thing is this, man. If you infringe on other people's
Yes, liberty.
rights to believe what they believe, like you really have a serious problem, and you are what's wrong with the foundation of our society.
Mm-hmm.
Like because why why do we have to bend to your will, like accommodate you
Hmm.
just to make it through the day around you? That's why like there are companies that if they say a company will see I don't want to get y'all in trouble pronoun on someone's resume or application, and they'll be like, do we want to deal with this in the workspace? Because if you deviate from dealing with it in the workspace, you could that's a lawsuit on your hands, all kinds of things. So like it what I say is it potentially bars you from things that you want in life. Identifying as a cat, be serious. Like but not only that, like I mean that's crazy in itself, but going out and making somebody play along with you,
Mm-hmm.
like
Right.
that's crazy to me.
And then hold on, Ryan. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I want to spin it back to a opposite male version I just saw recently too, because a friend of mine was just investigating. Because this is going to tie into my next question too. But there was a gentleman who he sits in his house and he keeps open cans of tuna and catfish open, and he just likes to smell it, right? And he hasn't had a girlfriend a day in his life. Nobody has ever, like he said, he's gone on dates, and then he brought some girls back, and they're like, "Why do you want to live like this?" Like they're asking him, and he's like, "I don't see myself not wanting to do this shit." But it's like not being accountable for what the fuck is the issue, and you're just saying like, "Okay, well, my life is how I want it to be," and you don't feel a need to change. But it's like
Get with the program or else.
it's
Don't
exactly
be around.
it's like you're not seeing that obviously you're having adverse effects on people, and that should let you know that something you're doing is weird. Not to tell you if you like the smell of fucking tuna, yeah, pop your can, but mix that motherfucker up, smell it when you about to get your little tuna sandwich, and that's it. That's the end of that. Don't be having several cans of tuna just open up around the house so that you have
Get that
tuna
little bit
aroma.
sniff.
Just fucking
Oh, and
no. He
like,
did do it, Orion, exactly how you did. He had his two little cans he picked up from by his little sink, and he was just like, and I was just like, oh no,
Sniffing
this.
it like a lion.
He was like, it's like huffing glue for him, and I was like, oh no, this is where I knew it was a problem. And then hold on, let me ask you my question now, because I was saying, are parasocial relationships fostering a culture of self isolation as we are increasingly relying on virtual interactions over real human ones?
Absolutely. It's like just like there was it's a heavy chemical dependency with a drug. It's like people need that validation from online. It's like it don't even matter if your kids tell you, "Mom, you're beautiful," or "Dad, you're my superhero," or some shit like that. No, we need it online so we know it's real. And it's like the people who really are supposed to matter before all this shit, like your family, your friends, like people who care about you. It's like their word means little to nothing anymore because it's just like, no, these are the people who are feeding my ego. These are the people that are feeding, you know, what I believe about myself. Even if you do think I'm your superhero, even if you do think your mom is the most beautiful woman in the world, she needs to outsource those compliments. Like what she wants to hear it from online. So yeah, it does. It does. I can go
Yeah,
on and
because
on. Go
there's
ahead.
definitely like it's stuff you see moments between two people online, and it's like we didn't have to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They don't care about like I'm not gonna say they don't care, but it's like it's more important that these people see me doing this with you so I can get the validation over there, regardless of whether things work out between us right now in this moment.
And I was gonna say, okay, so, uh, and I'm gonna ask you first, Zaria, because the way you
Mhm.
said it sparked something. So, do you feel like that people seek the outside validation more because it's so much more readily available, and it's not like they have to, I guess, ask for it. It's like they can just post something and it's going to be freely given. Whereas, like, they feel like they're looking for it when they're dealing with somebody individually, one on one. Like they have to ask for specifics. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. Because like what I'm trying to get it to be said is like people lose that part of communication, and we were talking about it earlier. Well, we need communication, but I'm gonna say it for both, but I'm gonna be very clear. You'll see it more so in ladies because y'all post up pics because y'all want them likes and all the other shit. A man is gonna post up a pic because like, nigga, look, I'm doing this. And we know we're not gonna get as many likes as y'all. I was really surprised. I'm gonna be keep it like a one on one. I was surprised the other day. I was doing something toxic. I posted myself up with another woman I wasn't supposed to be out there with, but I got 700 views on that one little story. Right, first time in my life. Out of that 700 people, the people I actually wanted to see it never fucking looked at it. So I was highly upset. You know what I'm saying? So it's like out of 700 motherfuckers, the ones I wanted to see, y'all don't even turn your fucking phone to it. You damn
Out
motherfucker.
of all 700, this is my turnout.
Fucking random motherfuckers. And I'm not saying there wasn't some hitters in there, but it was like I don't care about them, you know what I mean? So it's just like you gotta disconnect and disassociate yourself, even myself, with doing shit like that. You know what I mean? Nikki, you want to say anything on that standpoint about self isolating? I'm sorry if I cut you off.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the self isolating thing is a part of it, because a lot of times they don't have that. They feel important because the amount of people that follow them online, that pay attention to them online, and they don't get that same type of attention in real
Mhm.
life. Like I've seen videos where people will have like a meet and greet. People who are famous on TikTok will have a meet and greet, and nobody shows up. One person show up, and they're complaining like they're recording like, "Oh, everybody's saying they would come, and nobody's here for me. I have a million followers. Why nobody's here for me?" And it's because it's like it's online. It's not real. It doesn't equate to real being a real celebrity doing this. And just like they'll go places and be like, "Do you know who I am? I have a million followers on TikTok." Like
I would tell y'all this,
we don't.
right? Go ahead. I'm sorry, Nikki. Go ahead.
You go ahead.
I would say this: if I had a million followers and only one person showed up, guess what? That motherfucker's catching flights with me. All of that shit. They the ones that showed up. They getting the
You a
grand.
real one.
Yeah, you getting the grandest adventure. Like all these other motherfuckers,
Yeah.
you thought it was just a dinner. Guess what? We catching a flight, baby. We going to board
You
some
getting the
shit.
premium
You
package.
know what I'm saying? Double down. And guess what? Everybody that's just a follower, they're just gonna follow you across the globe when we go out that motherfucker. That's it.
You just a follower, remember?
Yeah. So follow your ass on the video screen. That's it. But I mean,
Okay. So
that's how you rebuild the like the personal connection, because I mean, even with building a community online, I would say Like there's gonna be outliers, and there'll be like people that probably chat more, that you'll take notice more of, and that kind of like fosters your community as well. But you do have to personalize yourself with those. Like you have to get comfortable with those people, and a lot of people don't do that kind of stuff, so they can get up to those million subs. Ain't nobody gonna show out. And I'm sorry, this is gonna be complete takeaway. Zari, that's a Goof Troop shirt you got on. Cause I was trying to see. I saw the little head earlier.
Powerline.
There we go. Yeah, that's a Goof
It's
Troop joint.
Powerline.
Yeah, I like that joint. Okay.
Like that earlier.
I saw the head earlier, and it's just all like,
Yeah.
okay, it's a
I'm
dope
like,
shirt.
I have to get it set up for my phone.
Okay, I thought it was a Purple
So I
Rain
can
shirt at
see.
first. I was like,
I
Purple
have
Rain.
one.
Yeah, I thought it was incorporated at first.
Yeah, it
too.
was like
Oh, she don't got official. You got a stand right there. Is that a stand? You don't wasted 2 hours and you finally put your phone on the stand. Crazy, bro.
I didn't think it was gonna stay because it's kind of like leaning, so I didn't think it's gonna.
It's okay.
stand
You
up
can
with my
you know how
phone.
gangsters do. They come up in there with their thing turned sideways, so you
Yeah.
just you know what I'm saying.
I'm crying.
Yeah, it's Powerline.
That's dope.
This shirt old. I mean, it's really about time to be thrown away. Really.
Oh, nah, you know they just
no,
they just.
repurpose it.
I'm about to say I'm about to say Powerline and all that's just coming up. That might be a vintage shirt. You might can get some money for that.
Don't throw it away just yet.
Yeah, I'm about to say Pokemon cards is up. If you got an old Charizard, that's $5,000
Oh, for
And-
real?
for real.
I'm
Don't let it be a dark chart or
Think about
something.
the money that we fumbled- think about the money that we fumbled got because we don't have all those Pokemon cards.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm about to say, and
I never
listen,
thought to get into it.
I'm gonna even give y'all another secret right here. Y'all better collect some of these motherfuckers too. This is one of my other secrets. Hold on, you can see it. Listen, you better find the year.
Oh, yeah, unique
Listen,
coins.
no, cause silver and shit is up right now.
Oh,
But
okay.
certain years that are rare. This one quarter right here. This is a $800 quarter right here. This is an $800 quarter.
We talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
Hold on. Where's it? I'm trying to let y'all see what year it is. Hold on.
I got my million.
It's not that old neither. Can you get it? It's a
I got a whole
2000
bunch of new cards. I was mad about that.
Pennsylvania a year 2000 Pennsylvania because that's not gonna let y'all see it.
And
2000
it's just like
It's $800.
you've held one of those before from a certain year. You've held one. It's
Right,
like you
spent
never
one.
would have even thought
Doubt about it.
to
Yeah.
hold on to it.
Better hold
It's
on to them
like,
chains. You better hold on.
Yeah.
We got any more questions, Juice?
I got more. I just didn't want to. You got any more?
Well,
This is my list. I don't rapid fire it over here.
it's been 2 hours.
Oh, you got to go to bed. I was gonna give him the last. We can give him another. It's 11:48 on my time, so I give him until 12.
That I don't know if they had anything to do. That's all.
Oh,
Giving
y'all got
outlet.
Nikki giving y'all the out. She said y'all can
Oh,
get up
no,
out of
I canceled the gym today.
here.
I'm off tomorrow, so we chilling.
I'm off tomorrow too, but I might get on Minecraft tonight.
Hey, can I come to your house tomorrow?
Sure.
No.
Damn.
That for me. That was
That
for
I'm
me.
just saying. Don't be mad that your brother wanted to see you. Shit.
Well, just don't come early in the morning.
Oh my God, you sound like my mama. You sound like my mama. Listen, it's better to come early so you ain't gotta deal with all the afternoon traffic.
You can come after 9:30.
I should do it in the morning. I'll be probably there around there like 2.
Okay, cool. That's perfect.
Sounds
I
good.
got some random shit I'm trying to get rid of. I may bring it over there.
What you got? You got some snacks?
Oh, no, we don't play about food over here. No, you ain't get no food. I'm talking about decorative stuff and stuff that I bought randomly when I got this apartment. So
Oh,
You got another question, Nikki? Okay, I'm gonna ask my last one. Cause like I said, Nikki, I'll be prepared for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Anybody want to cross-examine a nigga? I'll be like, all right, I got the jabs. We ready?
I had a rough week. I threw everything together. What, yesterday?
This morning,
Oh,
actually, this morning we did it this morning on the
I
phone.
had a rough week. Okay, I've been working my ass off. I worked 12-hour shift yesterday.
Congratulations, Nikki. We're glad that you're off your ass working. Congratulations. All right, listen. So my last one, as we round it off, right? Are these parasocial relationships teaching us to value superficial connections over deep and meaningful bonds that we actually know we can get from people.
I guess my last response should have been this response then.
Go ahead, re-explain it to us.
Well, about like the people that you care about, or your friends, family,
Mm-hmm.
people that are around you every day. Them giving you the validation occasionally won't even be as anywhere near as equal as the people online giving it to you with the likes and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but some people, but like you said, I mean, sorry y'all, but it's mostly the ladies who they thrive on that because like they thrive on the attention. Just like you said with the likes
Mm-hmm.
with the ladies, like for the birthdays.
Yeah.
Like a woman will be like, "It's my birthday week. It's my birthday month," and a motherfucker will go along with their ass. Like, but a dude got 24 hours, if that,
Yeah,
like to
you
get
got
as
you
many
got
likes.
12 hours. You got.
Yeah, that's what I said. If that, to get as many likes and shit as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So they latch on to that public uh what is it what's the word I was looking for? Those are affirmations from out like in the public.
I got you.
You know,
Sorry, what you think? Are
from
we
people online. That's what I'm saying.
we
Go ahead.
valuing these these false relationships more because of it?
No,
You don't think so? You think that people
I'm not.
still
Not for me personally,
okay?
cause it's like you can't talk to people like when it's just surface level. You don't know how y'all don't react to things the same way. The tone of voice. It's like it's to me. I feel like when it's superficial, it's harder
Mm-hmm.
because you don't have that understanding with them.
I was about to say, well, I agree with you on that because just like back in the day, my mama would say, you don't know nobody until you see them, in their best
Exactly.
point and their worst point, when they are feeling like they got it all, when they're broke, when they're sick, and when they're healthy, and then when they've felt a major loss in their life. That's when you truly know
Right.
somebody 100%.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And usually, like the easiest people you can get those from are from people you've known for 10 plus years. You know what I'm saying? Because, of course, they've known you from childhood most of the time, and they've seen you go through those phases of your life. You get what I'm saying? Where now, when you become an adult, those newer people, it's harder to like differentiate who's going to be genuine, who's not, because you're trying to
Right.
establish newer relationships because maybe some of the older ones fizzled out and you need to, recoup yourself and all that, or you don't want to feel like now you don't have any friends because the old friends ain't doing the things that you want to do now. Like you might be elevating, or they just might not be doing anything with their lives. You know what I'm saying? It could be any of those things. But it's just like I think something Orion was saying earlier. The one thing we have to know, like everybody's always expecting everything to stay the same. Like even when you talk about Zari, when you talk about negotiation, you got a contract. The one thing you cannot change in this world is things are going to change. Absolutely everything. You going to change. The things around you going to change. Time is changing all the time. So it's nothing we can do to stop change. So you just got to be flexible enough to take the change when it comes. You know what I'm saying? So that's me ending off. That's my point for that. Nick, you got anything to say? Lovely co-host.
Yes, about the parasocial relationships. We just got to respect each other's boundaries. Try not to take anything on this internet to heart because most of these people don't know you. Most people on here talking shit, they hide behind a screen, and in real life,
Ain't this
they
shit.
up to the
Ain't gonna
own
do that.
they don't do nothing. They the standards that they putting on you, they ain't holding their own self up to those standards.
Mm-hmm.
They be on here
Mhm.
projecting. Half of this shit ain't real. So live your best life. Do you be the best you that you could be? And I mean, that's all I can say.
And then also stay accountable, y'all. If you know you
Yeah,
fucking up,
stay accountable.
you know what I'm
Because
saying?
also on top of that, because there are people who out there who will be weird and stuff when the parasocial relationships, but you should be firm with the setting the boundaries and stuff and
Mm.
try like to keep things under control. And when you see it get out of control, stop it ahead of its tracks. if
And
you can.
I was about to say,
Right.
and the one
Yeah.
last thing I will add to that is the one thing I try to say in every podcast, and it might become a theme, but make sure you have your own values enough. If you don't know what your values are, don't be on any fucking groups allowing other people to fucking shade you or guide you in a way that you don't fucking know, because everything they're gonna say you're gonna latch on to, and you're just gonna go into a rabbit hole of bullshit. So as long as you know exactly, like, and if you don't know any, like, list out things that you know you don't want to change in your life, that you know that makes you feel good about yourself and all that. Like, you need at least four. I'll say that 3 to 4, and then you can step out there and know who the fuck you're dealing with. Because if you don't have nothing to stand on, you're gonna fall for everything, yo.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I hear you, Juice.
There goes the church.
Right there.
And Nikki, I don't know if you want to end this out. I don't know. We are, yeah,
Yes,
we are
I'm.
at that time frame that you was talking about.
All right. Thank you, chat, for sticking with us through this, and thank you to our guests,
Yeah, I appreciate
Orion
y'all. Y'all were great.
and Daria. Did y'all want to tell anybody y'all Twitters or Instagrams or
Oh
anything?
yes, give them an introduction,
Um,
because we usually do that at the beginning. I'm sorry. Give the people an introduction, and then you can tell them your socials.
Go ahead, Zaria.
Oh, well, I'm Zaria. Y'all can follow me on TikTok and Twitter, The Zaria Show.
Oh, the Zaria show. What's your show
Yeah,
about?
about Zaria.
It's just her life. This shit about me.
It's just me, y'all. Make sure you
Just
watch.
me.
who you think this?
I am Orion. On Instagram, you can follow me there at ryan.xy. And I'm a private person, so
Oh
I ain't
yeah,
gonna post shit on it really.
So dang, you're not
I
gonna see
know.
nothing. I was about to say he looked like he at the gym. He just said he was at the gym, so they might want a
No,
personal
no, I
trainer.
said I canceled the gym for this.
I mean, they was trying to see if they might get a personal trainer up out of you.
I saw your
No, I'm not. I'm
it's
not venturing off in personal training.
He
So
said I ain't doing that. I don't know what y'all trying to do. Don't be out here trying to set me up for failure. Y'all don't know what y'all doing.
but I saw your Instagram this morning. I had just found it this morning, and I was like, whoa, well, look at all the likes on this one picture. Oh my god.
I'll do what I can.
See, but that's another thing. Okay, so like even with my Instagram that's blowing up, I don't count the likes unless it's like in comparison to a video that's done better than another one. But I see that the lady, and correct me if I'm wrong, ladies. Do y'all count every like on every picture? Do it have to go up, or if y'all numbers is not doing well, like is there an issue? Will you
You
delete the
delete it and repost it.
Yeah. I know a girl who would
At the
delete
right
all her
time,
pictures, and
when the clock strikes 12.
I do know a girl who do that. She reposts. She don't take no new pictures except once a month with her kids, and then every other picture is just old pictures of her in the bathroom, making people think that
Not the
she's.
2011 picture with the squares in it.
Cause she just say she every time she get pregnant and have kids, she always goes back to the exact same size. Like she
I
wears the
thought,
exact same clothes, so you couldn't tell the difference.
um,
I
so
don't use
about
her
what you said about the likes, in the past, I would trip over the likes. Now I won't trip. So, I have lows. I on Twitter, I have pictures that had 6,000 likes. I have some that get five. But nowadays I appreciate it because I want everybody, like, I'm like, damn, I guess this picture ugly. It wasn't ugly to me, but I leave it there so people can see the good and the hard days.
The
Cause
good and the hard days. But this would be my
because
question too, because if you really look at any okay, go my bad, my bad, Nikki.
I was about to say, because I don't want to anybody to like feel like I'm not really who I say I am. I
Or
feel
that
like
way all the time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I said people are fake and you only see a certain side. And I'm like, if this picture is ugly, I guess, I guess they just gonna see the ugly days. I'll leave it there.
I was about to say, I hear that though. Nah, but I was gonna say though, but that'd be the issue though. It's like you're internalizing these likes from all these strangers. Like, why the fuck do it matter? You don't know half these fuckers. 6,000 people. You know all 6,000 of the motherfuckers. Granted, if you did, they had to all go to your high school. And you looking for every little Tom and Harry that was on the joint. You
No,
might
I'm
as well look
usually
at
trying
the.
to dodge people from high school.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
I'm saying.
I didn't even look at the likes and see who liked it. I didn't do that.
Okay. I'm just
After
curious. What's the
after
looking
it
for?
reaches a certain amount, if it gets to 100, then I mute it. I don't even care. Like it gets to 100, I mute it because the notifications. I don't want
Oh
no
yeah.
Mhm.
notifications. So
I get you. Zari, what you feel about it? I'm asking the ladies. You a lady, or you don't identify?
Identify.
I got to make sure. Could be a squirrel.
Oh, but nah, it's one of those things. I can't sit here and say I don't care, but it's one of those things that I've learned to step back from. Like I post, and it is what it is. So
take me as I
Well,
am.
can I
yeah,
ask? Can I ask what made you feel like you needed to take a step back from it? Like, what was the issue? What happened? What came
cause it
about?
it used like it used to not consume me, but it did. It was like damn, why y'all not liking my shit? You know
Y'all
what I'm
ain't
saying?
rocking with me like y'all say y'all
Yeah, yeah,
and,
we
did-
in here,
you,
and y'all not liking my post. What's going on?
was.
and you was over there like,
But it's just
I
like,
was just liking this other motherfucker one, and I didn't even like this one, but this is what I was really feeling.
right, exactly. Like, what's going on? Why y'all not liking my stuff? But
Mhm.
it's just, I've gotten to the point where sometimes I just got to get something off my mind, and I'll post it, and it's like, y'all don't like it, y'all don't rock with it. Oh well, I got it out there.
Okay. Oh, now
Right.
watch this. Watch this. Now listen, Zaria. But then that's also similar to how the feeling is when a man's gonna go ahead and do his business when he's like, okay, well, you're not trying to let it happen, so
Bring it back full circle.
so now you can understand it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
you
not
need the
the same.
cool.
So what that's
Here she come in the background. It's not
it
the
is
See?
much more extreme. I'm crying because I didn't
No,
same.
but
know.
it's no, but I'm trying to relate it to you so you understand from an emotional standpoint why it's similar. And it's not the same. I'm not saying it's the same. It's similar.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
See, you just saying no.
like I
Let that
said,
woman answer for herself. I wasn't talking
that's
to you. Be quiet.
I
See,
am making
you see that now you making an echo chamber because she's over here actually contemplating and trying to understand it from a different standpoint, and you're just like, fuck no. That's what I'm saying. You got to be accountable enough to actually see it from somebody else's side instead of being
Trying to
in the
formulate an opposition to where she's feeling right
right.
now.
You can't live in a sense of privilege because that's what you're doing, being a woman in a sense of privilege. Where the point is that the nigga shouldn't want to cheat because you giving him the good, and from your standpoint, that's enough to keep you satisfied. But not understanding that that might not be enough for him to be satisfied. So why the
even.
fuck he got to do what he needs to do to make himself happy, but it's fucking making me unhappy.
I feel like if what you doing to make you happy is making me to make you happy makes me unhappy, then you don't need to do it.
But that's also the
How you
point where
know about it?
exactly how you went and looking for it. That's where it
I ain't
all
never
ties full circle.
no, because I ain't never been posting
Because
shit.
you're
That's
gonna
why I said.
investigate.
That's why
You're
I
gonna
said
take it to
earlier.
the
I
group
said
chat
you better
too.
not let me
You're gonna
find
take
out.
it to the group
And
chat.
then they
Okay,
gonna know about it. They gonna be like, and they gonna be
Hey,
like, and you know what? And that'd be the
next
problem
week
too,
going around.
because that
I
also
ain't
be the
never been
problem
posting
too,
for shit.
bringing it
But
back
that's
to
the
the group chat.
I'm a cat. I ain't never looking for shit. That's the thing. I'm never looking for shit.
But
I
hold on,
don't
hold
post.
on.
No, no, generally,
But we're,
I'm
we're
being
not we're not
honest.
talking about you specifically. We're
not
talking
everybody.
general because we want the chat to talk it in. But wait, Nikki, before you make it personal, wait, because then you put it in the group chat. I'm just going to put that in there. You put it in the group chat, and that's where it becomes a parasocial issue, right? Because all these other women, they got their own personal feelings. They might have got cheated on by like 7 different dudes just last week because they got a roster. So now they
So yeah, they
thinking,
gonna help you find this.
you know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you
So
got 7 dudes. You cheating? Like I'm serious. Like
no, because in their mind, them niggas supposed to be committed to her. That's what I'm saying. The whole game is fucked up.
solution.
Because what is committed? What is committed at the end of the day? You know what I'm saying? If the nigga
And
know about it,
you make the terms. That's what I'm saying. If the nigga know about it, then that's what they could do in their relationship. You make the terms. So that's what I'm saying. If in our terms, in our relationship, and we discuss this, and this is what we decide that we're gonna be monogamous, we're gonna be faithful to each other. We ain't doing that shit. Why are you breaking those terms? And that's
20
the concept.
years. That's be the problem. Y'all be expecting somebody to stay saying the same shit for
We
20
did
fucking
right.
years. That's
Hey,
wild.
listen.
It's
All
unrealistic.
all of the listen,
I'm
all of
open
those
and
relationships that have lasted that long, I would like those relationships that we all know and we marvel and we look at them and say that is the epitome of what a relationship is that have stood the test of time. Do you honestly believe 20 of those years, they were faithful to each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all make it seem like they just live perfect lives and it was just gonna be good.
We discussed
Man, it ain't.
discuss the contract though, like, and even so, some of it is just like it's sometimes it's like I said, you just gotta talk to your person about it, and if they okay with it, they okay with it. But for you to be
Yeah.
sneaking and geeking, that's when it's becoming a problem.
No, but that's where it'd be the issue for me because if you look at any other cultures that aren't like super hyper focused on consumerism, and I just say it like that because I won't say Western, but like I'll take Japan, perfect example. A wife and a man knows that sometimes the other motherfucker is going to step out. They'll have a conversation about it. That one conversation is the end of it. Oh, my man went and hit with a geisha. So what? He did that. That was Thursday. Now I'm making dinner. Today's Friday. Like what the fuck? It's
Oh
over.
no, but out here,
Oh,
they coming to your job.
Yeah, that now I gotta go see her. What she look like? What she do better in the bed? Like you're asking too many questions. You know what I'm saying? Like
Go
you,
grab your homegirls. I'm gonna ride on this bitch.
you know what I'm saying?
Poly relationships are super popular. People are doing that. So why don't you?
Yeah.
Why would you be in a monogamous relationship when you could be in a relationship where you could be poly?
Yeah,
Well,
like
let's
somebody who will do that for you and don't go and inconvenience someone emotionally is what you're saying.
now that's perfectly fine, but then we tie it back to what the issue is out here. Motherfuckers is too selfish. That if somebody pitched that shit to them, why the fuck you gotta fuck somebody else already? We barely even gotta be good because listen, like if they pitch it to you and be honest, you're gonna be like, well damn nigga, you taking a stab at my personal character. Why I'm not good enough? Why is it not good enough for me? Like you can't be
In
with me.
reality, it
I
is
feel like
not
that's just
about
their problem.
you.
Women who would accept being poly. I know I have a lot of friends who are poly. The thing is, why would you go try to turn a monogamous woman
let me
into?
let me say something real fast, and I respect everything you're saying because I support people who are in polyamorous relationships as long as it's ethical because I know about all of that. But what I was gonna say to you is because I know poly people. Ask those people how easy it is for them to just be like, "Oh, we're poly," and for that to be a successful thing for them. Ask them that. I want you personally, and we'll have it on another podcast. Because you're saying it, it sounds nice. It sounds nice on paper.
On paper,
It sounds
in
nice.
theory, but
It
in
sounds
practice,
nice.
it is hard to
Yeah.
actually go out there and put that forth into the.
Yeah, because
You know,
most of the time when you
That's
decide
just
to
a
be
cross you
poly,
have to
in a
bear.
relationship, the
That
man
is the
doesn't
cross you have
realize
to bear.
I
the
mean,
man
that's a call
underestimates
for them to have to
his
bear. But I
a
mean,
lot of
yeah,
time in those situations, the man overestimates how much juice he got out there and underestimates
he
how
really
much
don't
juice
need that
how
nigga.
much juice his
Be that
girl
nigga
got.
bad.
So meanwhile, she out there, she got hella niggas, and you just got one girl that kind of like you, and you like, damn, she having too much fun.
Ain't got enough
That's
juice.
I don't think I want
Not
to be poly no more.
see the problem. The
it.
problem with it is the unrealistic expectation. If a nigga is pitching it, don't have this unrealistic expectation he has to be fucking smooth mo D baby Farnsworth or some shit. The nigga might just be like, look, I already got a shorty that let me crack, and I ain't trying to lose that right now or something. I'm not saying this is the actual dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Because it could be a lot of several other dynamics. But he's like, I'm not trying to leave her. You're actually the new one, but I think I'm falling in love with you. So let's just make it all work out. Let's keep her on the sidelines, and you go be the main bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of y'all not gonna be, you're not gonna be for that. Like, but that's the problem. You already got a leg up on another bitch who been there longer than you. But you're like, I want everything. You gotta give it all up. But I'm like, fuck that. You're brand new. You brand new. You barely shouldn't even get that much.
Give what you can't handle. If you feel like you could do that, if you can't watch your girl
No. Wait,
do
wait,
that,
wait. Wait, whoa. What? Pause.
okay. Well,
You
I'm
can't
saying,
watch your girl do what to you? She
I'm saying
supposed.
if not watching physically, but if
Okay,
you
I'm
know
like, wait a minute now. Wait a
if you know
minute.
that she got a man on the side and she leaving and she do all this and it's hurting you, don't do it. That's what I'm
long as
saying.
you give it to her.
What are
If
you
you
talking
really
about? See
Okay,
now
so
you're talking about if you're talking about poly, there's different dynamics. So you can't just say everybody's not.
yeah,
What you're talking about is poly anarchy, And I know because I talk to poly people on different levels. But
I know different
if
type
you're
of
talking
politics.
about that anarchy, that's gonna somebody gonna get an STD. I mean, you just out there, y'all saying y'all together, but y'all fucking anybody and everybody walking outside. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a good look.
I mean, a lot of people poly now they don't even know it because you end up
What?
being in a situation like you in a situationship.
Well, so poly, just
So
so that is clear for the streamers, poly is usually done in a consensual way, meaning that both or
Right.
all
All
parties
parties involved
are
know.
aware. So you can't be called poly if people are not aware that that's what you're doing. You're just a
okay,
cheating motherfucker when you're doing it behind people's back.
or you could say, let's say
What you say,
you
Zaria? Hold on, Zaria, go ahead.
Exactly.
Okay, because you put that hand, you gotta. If you're gonna put the emphasis, throw that thing down there. Be like,
Yes.
exactly. Period.
Yes.
But what I was saying was, let me fix what I said because I don't want to. I need to use the correct terms because when I say someone is poly, they don't know it, and you corrected that. What I was saying is, you end up being in a similar situation unknowingly because if someone presents to you that they want to be poly, and you're like, no, I'm not with that. But you end up being in a situationship for like a year or so, and y'all still talking to other people. It's kind of like the same thing without the title. If you get what I'm saying.
no, I
Exactly.
essentially I get what you're saying, but the problem I have with it now too is as much as you're saying like, oh, just like how you said, the girl might have some other niggas on the side, and the nigga might not have enough juice. This is where my issue comes in with it. Is
It's a little
people,
traffic.
yeah, like it's too much moving going on. A, B, y'all doing all of this unconsensual type situation, meaning y'all are involving people who probably not really with it, but they're happy getting what they can get out of it. You get what I'm saying? And that's where people be feeling like they're used and shit. Because the people who are getting something out of it, you're sitting over there being like, okay, well, I got the potential to catch feelings for XYZ motherfucker. But these
I
motherfuckers
can
are just,
stage them and convert them into an actual faithful mother.
yeah, but these motherfuckers are like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm catching some ass or I'm catching some D and they just going about their business. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where you also have to have your own values so that you can have the boundaries in place to shut that shit down early. But that's why it's like you can't just be like, okay, I'm a pitch being poly because you got to know if you can handle that. You got to have the riz to charm both the motherfuckers, and that's men or women because I know women out here trying to have two nigga daddies now, and that's crazy to
They
me because
trying
Nigga
now.
daddies.
But also, can you afford to be poly?
That's
yeah.
what I'd be
Well, I
wondering.
mean, it really depends on how y'all think y'all going to do it because everybody be thinking it's just oh we just going to
Well, some
join
some
funds
are just
together.
strictly sex, but some people want like the full on experience,
Mm-hmm.
going on dates, scheduling time together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, may have a couple kids in there. Okay, I gotta go spend time with you. Go, what kind of poly?
Right.
Because I mean, if you can't finance a poly relationship, I don't think you should even try to pursue that.
And,
Even if it is like you trying to be discreet about something, like you want to cheat on somebody, you can't afford it. Don't do it.
And since we talking about poly, I'm a reference the newest poly brother in the internet. Shout out to Zach from Power Rangers. This nigga don't save the planet, and now he got that mastodon power on three women. If y'all haven't seen it on the internet, I'll share the link to
The
everybody in it.
Mighty Morphin Poly Ranger.
Hey, that man, he got him some joints though. They all got like the BBLs is drizzy for sure.
Of course,
He's ill. He's crazy.
I mean, that's what they look like. They probably natural. I don't know them women. I don't. I'm talking my shit. But he has him a polyamorous relationship with three women. Look like they're all from different countries, and he just came out recently. And they all came out on their own on personal social medias claiming their relationship.
they got their own Megazord.
They did.
Okay.
They transforming for that man for sure. They said out that motherfucker.
I'm crying.
They said, "Oh, he got that mastodon. Let me see what that trunk can do." You know what I'm saying?
Well, I hate when poly people make it their whole personality though.
Okay, well, yeah.
Well, see, and I get what you're saying, but it's also like, and where it's like a ick for me, but it's like I get it because it's like the LGBT movement a while back. It's like we got to be in front of your face so that way you can accept us.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It is a little overzealous a little bit sometimes, but it's like, okay, if you're not in my face all the time, because like, look, I would prefer these people to be quiet about their shit too, just like I'm telling everybody else to be quiet. But if that's like what it's gonna have to take, then yeah, let them be out in front of everybody because everybody
I
else is
mean,
fucking doing it. Why not? Why they can't have a platform too?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like where it's all they ever talk about. Where's the individuality? I guess
Yeah.
Right.
it
Well,
becomes if you talk to
Who are
it
you
becomes
aside
if you
from
talk to
apart
some
from
people
this
who are
this
poly, all
lifestyle?
they're talking about is how they're poly all the time. Like you can't go a day without saying, "Oh, I'm poly, so I this." Like I'm poly,
Right.
so
Me and my wives.
Right.
well,
I'm
me and
Or
my nigga
you got
husbands. What about me and my
usually
nigga husbands? Me and my go ahead, girl. Say it. Well, me and my nigga husbands. You know, David wasn't. He didn't take out the trash yesterday, so I had to tell Thomas this shit is getting
Right.
absolutely ridiculous.
Because they know that you're gonna ask like, who is that? Your son? No, that's my other husband.
That's my nigga. That's my other nigga
right.
husband.
Are they
Oh,
trying to insert it in the conversation to make you bring it up type shit so they don't feel like
yes.
you bringing it
Make it like
up?
it's your fault. No,
No, but
no.
hold
You
on.
know how
But
you structured that sentence.
in the poly people defense, because I have worked with some in my past, they so just something I had to de-escalate somebody from is they have to realize that other people don't want to hear that shit because they don't have enough poly friends to have the conversations with. So they're like, well, fuck it, like know about me, like you know what I'm saying? Because ain't nobody else know, and it's like they almost live a sheltered life. So that's why they feel like they're overly zealous. I'm not telling them that they're right. I'll be telling them like, look, find other people that's obviously going to talk about it. They got Facebook groups for anything nowadays. I've seen the Facebook group for people who stomp cherries out, and I'm like, what? I thought it was a euphemism for something else, but it was really for stomping cherries out.
Man, they got a Facebook group for are we dating the same guy or same
I
girl?
seen that.
now I'm in there.
Man,
I
they
mean,
got
The
no,
one.
same girl is crazy. I need to look that joint up. I didn't know they had
Yeah,
it for the dudes.
mhm.
I'm
Because it's usually them.
the one called Lone Drama ain't even got no kids. It was so much drama in there. Oh, it's crazy. It's so crazy.
It is crazy.
But I'm crying. How we get here? We
We're
already
supposed to
did
be
the
wrapping it up, actually.
right.
Reel back in,
I
take us home.
The podcast is over and we're just here chilling, talking. Like it's
Yapping.
crazy.
I mean, that's kind of how it goes. You know, people still have things they want to say. It might be some unsung words. But stream, I'm going to cut out because I don't have to work in the morning. But I'm just going to, wind down. It's time. I've been at the pool for like 4 hours. It was a lot of booty cheeks out there. I couldn't try to rub up on nobody because the kids was out there. I didn't know who was
Gotta
aligned
keep
with
it
who.
PG for the kids.
I didn't know who was aligned with who, so I didn't want to go over there and be like, "Oh yeah, da da da," and they'd be like, "Mommy," I'm like, "Oh, damn it, mommy." Like, you got this one. I'm like, "Well, let's go find the next one." And it's like everybody was friends, and I ain't know none of them friends, so I couldn't do that.
What it?
It was a
Oh
deadly,
man.
deadly environment. But okay, well, yeah, nobody got nobody. But we don't did our little closing statements. Actually, I was about to say anybody got a
We
closing
did.
statement.
We just kept
So we
talking.
out of here, y'all. Are you rating somebody, Nikki?
I wasn't ending my stream.
Oh, you're not. Okay, well, y'all can stay
Oh,
in here with Nikki. I'm gonna rate.
well, I'll probably end it a little bit, but I ain't in it right now.
I'm rating Dubs right now, and I'm about to cut.
Okay, cool.
So what you gonna keep us in here?
Are they gonna ask? Are you gonna ask them, or they're gonna like give their review on this or something, or what?
Some
What you
people
talking
do watch our. Well, I have two other streamers that sometimes watch my
I don't know how this
podcast
works.
and review.
Where are we?
But Nikki still got you live right now, so
Yeah, we still live. I'm still live on my page. Yeah.
Like now?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to smoke right now, so that's what it's like. You gotta.
Talk
I'm
about it.
still live. I got 5 viewers.
What up?
Hey guys.
I still got 5 viewers. I'm crying.
Did anybody guess my joke?
No, nobody even tried to guess your job, actually.
Good.
Nah, to be real with you, I thought because you pulled out that drill, if I was watching, I'd be like, yeah, somebody need to figure out what this nigga job is. He over there lying.
I was just being funny with the drill one. But yeah, no, I don't want people to know. Nick, please don't tell nobody.
I was gonna tell anybody. I just want $20. That's what I was about to say. That's
Oh
what I was
my
gonna say.
God. Yeah, no, Nikki, you
I was
can't
just
be
kidding.
snitching your peoples out
It
I was
takes
just
me off a
kidding.
lot.
for
He said take me off the
$20.
loud.
I
It
said you could
was
have texted me off of it.
I was gonna get on my other account and guess. No, I'm kidding.